Hey, hello everyone! Whoa, volume. Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto Online, however you would prefer. I am joined by the Akamura. She is not doing well, so she may not stay with us for very long. But this is GTA. I'm going to talk more about why I'm doing this in a hot minute because I don't want to just sit here staring at Little Pyro. But this is Little Pyro, who is chilling out on a submarine, just moving his hair with his cool suit. And we are going to do what is called the Cayo Perico run from start to finish. Cayo Perico is a heist where we are going to steal from a man on an island who dabbles and sells illegal substances. And we... Yes. This is also in honor of the thieves who broke into my storage unit in my apartment last week, because I'm showing them how to actually steal from people. Of course, the first thing you need to do is get yourself a $2.5 million submarine that is piloted by a very pissed-off Russian named Pavel, and get yourself a $1.5 million helicopter that fits in your $2.5 million submarine. See?
That's a reasonable budget for stealing from low-income people in the West.
I think so. You seem really quiet.
Uh-oh. Is that better?
Yeah, that was my
go.
fault. I actually had your mic off when you got up.
Ah.
Now they can hear you.
Yeah, I'm a bit under the weather today, but I will do my best to be here.
So part of the reason I am doing this for YouTube is because I have never timed myself doing the Cayo Perico heist from start to finish, and I want to time myself. So we are officially starting now. It will take place on an island, and we need to gather intel to know what the main target is and the secondary targets and other features that we're going to do. So I have now initiated the thing, and I'm saying things like that for the future timestamps because I'm very curious how long this takes me. Also, this stream is sort of held together right now with duct tape and prayers. Things are a little choppier than I would prefer it to be, and so things might look a little funky here and there on the
It's
stream.
so precarious. I'm taking pains to moderate on my phone so that I don't dip too much into the bandwidth.
Yeah, that was even after I reset the router, so things are just a little funky right now. Hello, chat. Lake Bane, Raphael, and Ledge are the only ones who are being super chatty at the moment, but hello to anyone watching from the future and anyone lurking. Yeah, man. Grand Theft Auto Online is my guilty pleasure. They made it way better with a huge quality of life patch a few years ago where they allowed you to play a lot of stuff solo, because I generally play solo, and GTA Online attracts griefers, which is not surprising. But with GTA 6 around the corner, I have wanted to get my practice in, and I really like GTA. I've always liked GTA. I've never been great at it, but I have enjoyed it. It hits me in certain ways that certainly do not get hit with Monster Rancher. So our first objective of the day is we're going to steal a plane and fly it to the island. And that is what I am doing now. I just have to be careful that my rockets don't hit the plane. Okay, yeah, so there's still a bad guy near the plane. We're going to fly over here and then park. Land. Land. You land helicopters. You do not
just
park
park it.
helicopters.
Just park it on the beach.
Just gonna... I'm also very precise when I play GTA.
Careful when you parallel park. You don't want to hit the helicopter in front of you.
Right. Rather than kind of hammer... Are you not speaking directly in the mic?
Not properly. Let me
Okay.
try angling it again.
I'm gonna have to...
There we go.
Oh, you got
Better?
yourself? Okay.
Yep. This is just my usual issues with a directional mic.
Okay. Yeah, I can't really do too much adjustment here with...
Ledge says filthy criminals.
Is
Which
everyone down?
Akamurism.
Yes. Did I? Oh, no, there is a guy.
Oh, you got him right in the... Ooh.
Well, now he's not feeling it at all. Okay. More planes. Why is my fan off? Oh, everything's going wrong with my not tech all of a sudden. Oh, God. Alright, yep. Hang on, Pavel. This is going to be a bit of a precarious takeoff, but we should have enough space. And we are on our way. So, the whole thing with Cayo Perico is that it has always been the most efficient way to earn money in GTA Online since they introduced it. And especially when you play solo, it is the most efficient way to earn money. It became so efficient that Rockstar issued a huge patch a couple years ago. No, maybe 1 year ago. That changed a lot of the way Cayo Perico works, including changing the way the enemy behaves. And I've actually liked it better. It is more challenging now. Before that patch dropped, there was one best way to handle Cayo Perico, which, on its face, Cayo Perico looks like it's, say, a Metal Gear Solid game, where you have to do recon, you have to adapt to the situation. But before the patch, there were certain bugs in Cayo Perico that made it so there was one best way to do Cayo Perico, and you could do that one best way about every hour and a half to 2 hours. And while it made it really efficient to play the heist and constantly get money, it also made it incredibly repetitive. And as much as I like games, and as much as I can handle grinding, there is a repetitiveness that I don't like. It's similar to the reason why whenever I play Final Fantasy XIV with Akamura, and she's doing card farming in certain dungeons, I can only handle the same dungeon about 3 or 4 times in a row. After that, I start going crazy, and I have to at least change dungeons or do something different. So with Cayo Perico here in GTA Online, it had the same thing where I was playing it so much the same way, it just bored the shit out of me. Then the patch came out, and it completely nerfed the one best way. And now, every time you play Cayo Perico to do it properly, you really kind of have to study the map and come up with a plan, which is sort of the point, in my opinion, of these kinds of heists. And when it first came out, Reddit went fucking ballistic and wrote off Cayo Perico entirely, and they're like, this is no fun anymore, it sucks, only really smart people are going to be able to beat it, blah, blah, blah.
That sounds like your average Reddit interaction.
Yeah. Whereas for me, I don't even consider myself that great of a video gamer or anything. You all have seen my channel. I am okay. Maybe slightly above the average person who doesn't put in as many hours as I do in games in general. But I'm not super great at any one particular game, certainly not GTA, and yet I find it way more fun now. I find the entire process 1,000 times more interesting, and it's no longer boring to me. So we are going to do our best. Now, Cayo Perico can be set in hard mode. You have to do a certain thing to do it that way. I have set it in hard mode. So what that means is I have no lives to spare. If I am taken down during Cayo Perico, it's considered a fail. And I actually lose a little cash as a result. So we are going to do better, or we are in hard mode, and I'm going to kick ass at Cayo Perico. You're going to see how to do it properly. So now that we are on the island, we have to look for some targets of opportunity. Well, because I'm doing this solo, I'll be able to steal up to 2 things, and there's a hierarchy of how much those things are worth. So our first task of the day is to get photographs of the things that are around the island and try to figure out our route to maximize our income. And what I am doing here is taking photos of some of the secondary targets. There's piles of money beyond this fence. So during the actual Cayo Perico run, we'll have the ability to cut through that fence and we could potentially steal the stacks of cash. But ironically, the stacks of cash are worth the least amount of all of the targets in the game. So we don't want the cash if we can help it. If that's our only target, fair enough. But this is why we scout. The one best way of doing Cayo Perico, especially with at least 2 players, made all of this scouting completely pointless because there would be money or gold and paintings in the main mansion, and that's all you need. Okay, so up here we've got 2 batches of tea leaves, which is great. But that's the second lowest value. So I don't know if we're going to want anything in there. Yeah, lots of tea.
Lots of tea and shuggy.
Yeah, we're looking for shuggy. We desperately want bricks of shuggy. But that is actually not the main thing we're looking for. If you want to be a Cayo Perico expert, you want to find enemy uniforms. This is one location of them, but they are not here. There are 16 possible locations where the uniforms spawn, and every time you roll in a Cayo Perico run, they will appear in 4 of those 16. There's also 16 places where climbing gear can appear. Ooh. Oh, we're going to have a challenging run this time. Okay, the last time I did this, when I was practicing and resetting it for the stream, there were worker uniforms and climbing gear right from the start. And even in hard mode, I was in and out of Cayo Perico in under 12 minutes. And, it's going to be a little bit more complicated this time, because there's no shuggy at the airport. There is no worker uniform at the airport. There's a whole lot of nothing at the airport. Hello, Lena. Thank you for joining the stream.
Friggin' TSA actually doing your jobs.
She says tea is better with no shuggy. Well,
but we want shuggy.
You also don't want to mix an upper and a downer with this tea and shuggy. But, that said, I actually agree with her. I don't drink, like with coffee, I always prefer black coffee now, too.
Yep.
Anyway.
I like my coffee with some shuggy in it, but my tea I like with fruit juice.
I know this looks a bit random the way I'm moving around. I have done this so much that there is... I wouldn't call it there is no more one best way, but there are better ways than other ways. And there are certain things I am looking for, and I generally remember their spawn points. And that informs my plan. So already, one of the ways you can enter Cayo Perico is through this airstrip when you do the actual heist. And right now, it doesn't seem like it's worth it for me to do that because there's no targets of interest here on the airstrip. That said, it is possible to get a bad roll. I have done rolls with... I call it a roll. Just, when you first enter Cayo Perico, the game randomizes the loot locations, the loot values. It's possible that our run is going to be very low profit compared to some runs, which is another thing they tried to nerf. The primary target, in fact, as we play this is probably going to be tequila, because tequila is the least valuable item. Because I just got the most valuable item on my last run, and usually that's the way it balances out. You have a much lower chance of getting... there's some climbing gear. Finally. Jeez. That still doesn't help with the uniforms not here, though. Okay, well, whatever. We'll figure this out. Let's see. The blessings of RN Jesus. Yes. The blessings of RN Jesus are very important because depending on how much he likes you, you'll either have a very easy run and can get in and out in 12 minutes, or you're going to have a very complicated run and things are going to get a little more dicey. I'm stopping for a second because there is a buried cache around here somewhere that if I find it, I can get $25,000.
Geocaching.
Yes, that's actually not inaccurate. Where the hell? God, my metal detector said it was one step away, that entire... Oh. Okay. It's the number of little blue blips is what I'm looking at. There it is. Come on, let me dig you up. Thank you. That'll get me a cool 25 grand. Right quick. Alright, where'd my car go?
Stashes, many caches.
You're so cute. This is why I wanted you to do this with me. The other reason Nakamura is here is once the actual Cayo Perico heist starts, I'm going to need all of my concentration to do it properly and not die immediately. I'm good at it, but I'm not perfect at it. So, and you get bonuses if you can get in and out under 15 minutes, if you fill your bag, and if you don't die. Oh my god, there's no uniform there either. Ah, shit, man.
It's like they're being fucking careful around here or something.
Yeah, this is a,
They're onto you.
I wouldn't call it a bad roll, but this is certainly not an ideal roll
Every time
for
this
us.
ponytail man with the khaki vest show up, we lose thing.
You doing a Russian accent? We're robbing from a Hispanic guy.
I'm sick. Leave me alone.
You are
I'm
sick.
being attacked when I'm vulnerable.
Is that what's happening right now?
Yes, and also I have to run to the bathroom.
That's fine. Do you need me to turn your... Yeah, you do. Okay. So... No climbing gear either. 4 spots have climbing gear. 4 spots have guard uniforms. 4 spots have... Or 3 spots... 1 spot out of 3 has cutting powder, which we also need. Now, I had considered, wouldn't it be ironic if on this run, because I'm doing this run for the show, that this is the time I have to do the former one best way because of the way everything has... Well, there's the second climbing gear. Because of the way everything has rolled. But I mean, so far it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do my preferred way. My preferred way is to land a plane at the airstrip, grab the guard uniforms, change into the guard uniforms, drive all the way to the mansion, picking up side targets, and then get the primary and then get out. And it looks like I'm not going to be able to do it that way. Which is... interesting. And again, I say interesting not ironically or sardonically. That is why I like the changes to Cayo Perico. Because this is forcing me to think and to adapt. And try to do something different. Okay. So we are coming to a hostile area, so I need to be careful. If I am seen, I get thrown out of the... Or not really even thrown out of the island. I get ejected back to the airstrip. If I'm seen too many times, I will be thrown off. But I've literally never had that happen to me. But we're still looking for side targets, and we're still trying to come up with a plan. Here's more cash. Okay, your mic is... Oops, a little loud. There we go. Now we gotcha.
Hello.
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 Ah, here's some guard uniforms. Okay.
Finally, some fucking clothes.
Alright, so that... Hold on, I need to hide for a second. There's a dude just outside there. That immediately gives us one idea of how we can go. Come on, turn around. Go back the way you came, you doof. Thank you. Alright. But this is still low-value targets around here, which is what I don't like.
It's all leaf and no schneef.
Yes, that is 100% accurate. No climbing gear there either. Is there... what's in here? Cash. Oh man, this has been a bad roll. So when you play with more than one person, you can work with your partner to get into other locked areas that may have better stuff. And I had a partner for playing Grand Theft Auto Online, but that person is no longer with the community, unfortunately. Okay. Bolt cutters here. That might be helpful.
That will certainly get you in for the tea.
Yes. Well, and so by default, you can start things off with a cutting torch, and the cutting torch can get you into any of these gates also. However, the cutting torch is seen and heard from farther off, and whereas the bolt cutters are, I think, 100% silent. So, like here, there's 2 batches of Shuggy behind this gate, but when you play solo, you can't access it. The way you have to access it is one person stands here and holds a switch, and then the gate opens, and then the other person can get in and take it. So when you solo, there is apparently a glitch that allows you to pass through this door. I've never figured out how to pull it off, and it may not even apply to that particular door. I play without any glitches if I can help it. So when I solo, I don't even bother taking pictures of that area, because it doesn't matter. Okay, there's no...
Poor Shuggy.
Yep, the Shuggy's just going to have to stay there. No climbing gear up there. This is going to be a tough run. We had a bad roll for this one, but that's cool. That makes for a better show, I think. It's going to make it harder for me, but a better show. And I do it. I appreciate being able to do more on the show. Okay, where's the deck? There he is. I probably don't need to be here. I could probably move on. Do you see him walking around back there with his gun and his bulletproof jacket?
I see an arm moving, and that's enough for me to get a shot off, but this isn't about getting shots off.
Right. Yeah, this is not a request for help, Ledge. Don't worry. I love GTA. It's really interesting with GTA Online with Ledge, because Ledge's main thing about not wanting to play it is because you are on the bad guy side most of the time. The main way to get money is selling illicit substances. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny if there was like a lawful good way to play GTA Online? I mean, you're still shooting dudes, but they're all bad dudes, or hopefully bad dudes.
They did recently introduce pizza delivery.
Yeah, they've added some activities in GTA Online that are clean. You can be a taxi driver, you can deliver pizzas, you can be a bail bondsman. There's a lot to do. I'm of two minds of GTA Online, because I also know it's still a game that is predicated mainly on driving and shooting, and everything you do relates to driving and shooting, and that can get repetitive, which is also why I don't even play GTA Online as much as some people do. I don't like any one game so much that I spend thousands upon thousands of hours on it unbroken. Even Final Fantasy XIV, where I've put probably close to 10,000 hours into, that's over the course of 10 years, and with lots and lots of breaks. So, it's, okay. Little Pyro, come on now, buddy. Navigate the stairs, please. Oh, there's more guard uniforms. Okay, this one is extremely hard to get to in actual, like during the actual heist. But I'm gonna mark it anyway. Yeah, we're... Uh-oh, I might get caught. Oh, they didn't see me. They didn't see me somehow. Okay. Okay. Need to run through here. We're not completely screwed yet. There are still several sites I have not scouted. But the easiest sites are definitely not... Oh, crap. I got caught. I'm gonna get my titty squished.
Oh, no. Oh. Oh!
Yes, that is Akamura's titty squish
Popped
noise.
my implant. Now I'm gonna look lopsided.
No permanent problem. Just a little waste of my time. Luckily, everything I've scouted stays. So I just... Now, if I was better, there is a way you can steal a bike and kind of drive through one of the gates, and then you have a car for the second half. I've never been able to do that smoothly. So, unfortunately, sometimes I'm just, I'm caught and have to redo a little bit of work here. Anyway, oops. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so that's why I said I am good at GTA Online. I am not perfect. But yeah, so this role, this role for Cayo Perico is looking more and more challenging, and which to me is interesting. It's either going to be a low profit run, or it's going to be just a more challenging, possibly longer run. There is still, in my opinion, one best way to handle the inner part of the... Oh, God. There's one best way to handle the inner part of the mansion, but we'll get there eventually. Okay, destroy all the flowers, drive over here, go over here. I've been trying to convince some of my friends softly to play this game with me, just because I like having playing partners, but I don't love GTA Online so much that this is one that I'm begging people to play with me. However, there are aspects of it that some of my friends, like Crowbeak in the chat, will like. Like, she's a huge fan of motorcycles, and I kept meaning to show her the motorcycle club options in this one. Uh-oh. Okay. We're gonna... There we go. Even though there's a dude in that tower, he can't see straight down, so it's usually best to just pass him by running directly underneath him. Okay, so here's the next side target location. And we've got more tea. That's not helpful right now. The truck isn't here. Oh, cutting powder might be here. Before I just run off, let's see if there's any cutting powder. Cutting powder is not located here this time. Oh my gosh, Cayo Perico. Do you know I'm streaming right now and you're going to just make this annoyingly challenging? Is that your whole deal today? Come on, little Pyro. Get your shit together. There you go. Alright, so we are now going to the last couple side sections. And that will mainly inform my... Little Pyro's just kind of wrecking some havoc just with his little feeties. That will inform my route through Cayo Perico this time.
Ledge says, all that time playing Metal Gear Solid and you get caught and run down in the middle of the road. The boss would be disappointed. I
have no comeback for that because that is 100% accurate. God damn it, nothing there either? Oh my god, this is such a bad roll. Oh, Cayo Perico, why? You've been such a good mistress to me the last, half dozen attempts. I guess I was...
Like every discreet lady, she gets real mad when you start videotaping.
That was a good one. Wow, you're on your game today, Akamura. Okay. No uniforms here. Son of a bitch. Okay. I don't think anything's there in solo. Or not in solo, in, Come on. All these frickin' trees, man.
Boop.
Driving and shooting in GTA games has always been fun and fairly smooth. Walking around, less so. Especially when there's a lot of obstacles in your path. The GTA engine has never been great for that kind of thing. Okay, no... Oh, the truck is here. Alright, that's interesting. Probably not going to help me since the uniforms are a bit farther away. Because So you actually have as long as you want to complete Cayo Perico once you start. But you get a bonus if you can get in and out in under 15 minutes. And depending on the route, that's either much easier or much harder.
Just cash and tea.
And so far, it's not looking good. Yeah, just cash and tea in there. So it's... Yeah, this is not looking good. This was a bad roll. The interesting thing is, when you've done a roll, you can't undo the roll. Like, you can't re-roll the situation. So...
You have to take the garbage so that they replenish it with some nice schneef.
Right. The only saving grace will be if there's climbing gear and uniforms right here, then we might be able to go this way. Well, there's cutting powder. Alright. That's good. Cutting powder is some goop. It's... What did you cut? Isn't it like... It's not spackle. What is it? It might be baby powder, but it might be something else.
Talc?
No. Anyway.
Drywall dust?
Yes, that's it. Drywall. It's used to mix with the shuggy to make the shuggy less potent.
Yep, sometimes you don't want so much shuggy in your coffee.
Right. But this time, what we do with the cutting powder is we are going to dump it in the island's water supply. And what that does is during the actual heist, the guards will be too busy dealing with that situation to shoot at us all that accurately. So, we'll just pull that box out of our butt and just huck the whole thing in the water supply. Good deal. Let's see if Pavel says my favorite line. No, he did not say my favorite line. Pavel
This
has
really is a bad run.
Yeah, Pavel has a line where he says, as they say in Russia, you cannot aim your gun and shit your pants at the same time, or something like that. Anyway, the point is, we have now contaminated the water supply, so that's good. And once this guard gets out of my way, I'm going to cross the road and see if there's guard uniforms over here. But so far... Oh, there is guard uniforms here. Okay. But there's no climbing gear, so it doesn't flippin' matter. Holy crap, dude. This is such a bad run. Alright, or bad roll. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. I am an expert in Cayo Perico. Damn.
You are a champion at robbing the Cayo Perico.
Right. So at this point, with this much intel, I'm already mentally forming several routes in my head. One of them does involve at least starting it off in the one best way. And I've never done it that way before. Like, since the patch, I've never done the route that I'm currently thinking in my head. So that'll make this interesting, but it'll also not show off my skills very well. But so it goes. And ironically, the one best way is not preferred anymore, if possible. Alright, anyway, we're going to here. This is the communication tower in the center of the island. This is where we go to scout out what the primary target is. And hopefully there's climbing gear here.
Everybody cross you fingy.
Yeah, if there's climbing gear, then I've got a pretty solid plan, route. But it's still going to be tricky. If there's no climbing gear here, I'm going to need to think. And that's why I love this so much. It's so much more interesting since I have to think and reason. Okay, there's how to scope the primary target, but we're going to ignore it for a second. Let's see what's on the top of the tower. Climbing gear? Do we have climbing gear? This would make me shit myself in real life. No climbing gear.
Which one of you motherfuckers
Son
didn't
of a
cross?
bitch. Wow. Okay. Well, let's do the signal box at least. So this is always a number puzzle, but I'm gonna do it too fast to explain what's going on. It doesn't matter. I'm just doing numbers.
You will figure it out.
What?
You will figure it out if you want to do that.
Yeah. Ledge is taking credit for giving me my bad roll.
Ledge, that's not very kosher, Dill.
Alright, so in the basement we get our primary target's probably tequila. It is tequila. It is the lowest valued primary target, of course. So this is going to be a bad run just overall. Are there any paintings in the office at least? No! God damn it! Not even paintings! Holy shit, man! Okay, fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm having fun.
They've been tracking you via your smartphone, and when they heard you were coming, they replaced the tequila even with just a bottle of Crown.
So there are no high-value targets. It's just tea. Oh my god. Okay. So I'm gonna try to voice what I'm thinking here.
All you have to steal is tea and tequila.
My train of thought. Normally I would think this through a lot faster, but my primary way is to land here, and then get the secondary targets nearby. But that would require 3 grabs rather than the usual 2 because of the way T works. So I would have to land here, get the forklift, grab these 2 Ts, get out, grab 1 T here without being spotted somehow, grab the climbing gear. This one would be incredibly dangerous to go after, but would be the fastest option. And then get to the primary target. That is such a bad idea.
Don't forget they'll be pooping.
I'm sorry? Oh yeah, they'll be pooping, but I mean, you still can't really get spotted.
We watered down the water.
Alternatively, we can get to the If we land at the main dock, I'm also thinking how to escape. There's a few different ways to escape. We can get to the main dock, grab the uniform, but then we would... Oh, we have the truck, so we could get the uniform, get the truck, go to the mansion, get the primary, exit the mansion, drive all the way to the... Oh, that's going to be the way to do it. Drive all the way to the airport, shut down the control tower, and then take the plane and leave. I bet that's going to have to be the way we do it. Or I could parachute drop in, grab the uniform, grab the truck, do it that way. Holy crap, dude. Because there's no climbing gear nearby, so I don't really have a choice. Okay, so the only other thing we're going to check... This building here may have Shuggy. And if that building has Shuggy...
We going for the Shuggy.
We're going for the Shuggy. And that will change the route. Okay. Whew, boy! Forget the bonus and take your time. Hell no, we're maximizing our income. I am too professional of a player to do that. And this professional player is going to jump off this building real quick. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. Our weapons were stashed when we came here, but not our parachute for some reason. So we're just gonna leisurely parachute our way over to the final building that I have not seen. And while I'm here, I can grab the second stash. Okay. Good landing, little Pyro. How you doing, Akamura?
My stomach's hurting.
Oh, crap. I think I see Shuggy in there.
Shuggy?
I think that's Shuggy. That is Shuggy. Oh, tits.
Shuggy!
Well, yay, but also that changes the route immediately.
Oh, no.
Okay, so then... So in that case, if we maximize income, we still parachute drop here, grab the clothing, grab the truck, go to the mansion, get the primary, drive out of the mansion and drive here, grab the Shuggy, continue driving all the way to the airport, grab the 2T, shut down the control tower, take the plane and leave. Can I do that in 15 minutes? That seems like it's going to be the fastest route. Because alternatively... Alternatively, we go to the north dock, grab the uniform... Yeah. So another way to do it would be go north, go to the north dock, grab the uniform, drive to the airport, grab 1T, drive all the way back here. No. It would be grab the uniform, go to the airport, get 1T, grab the grappling equipment, drive all the way back, get the Shuggy, hit the primary in the mansion, drive to this dock, top off with cash, and then leave. I think that would take longer. So I think the fastest is parachute in. Oh, man. I think the fastest route is parachute in, grab the guard clothing, grab the truck, hit the primary, drive out, grab this tea and this shuggy, get to the airport.
You are indicating the shuggy that you can grab, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't take a picture of the shuggy I couldn't grab.
Okay.
Grab the final tea, shut down the control tower, and then take the plane out. I've never done that route before. I've done a similar route before, but I've never done that route before. I can't think of a better way to do it.
I can't either because I've never played this game.
Yeah, given the locations of all the items, I cannot think of a faster way to do it. Now, if I don't make 15 minutes, I'm not going to kick myself, but I want to try. So that's going to have to be the plan. I don't particularly care for it, but anyway. I'm also within a treasure location, so I'm going to grab that little $25,000 boost real quick.
If nothing else, we got 50K.
Yes, exactly. Well, I mean, that's the thing. The worst thing that's going to happen here is I'm not going to make the 15 minutes. Like, that's it. So, and what the 15 minutes does is it adds 10% of whatever you made as a bonus. But because I'm already, like, since this is such a bad roll, 10% is still not going to be all that much. I mean, 10% of a million is not as much as 10% of 1.5 million. You know what I mean? So
That was a lot of numbers.
the point is that we're not going to get a ton of cash out of this regardless. Yeah,
no
man.
thanks to Ledge.
I mean, Ledge.
It's 'cause you
messing
didn't
with
cross
our
your
messing with our
fingers.
numbers. Okay. Time to intentionally get my titty squished. So we're going to just walk into the camera real quick.
Oh no, not my other implant. Oh!
Thank you, Akamura. Wow, the intel phase took way
least
longer
now
than
I'm
I meant it
even.
to. Holy crap. Okay. Well, now we're going to get the hell out of here. Head back to Los Santos and start the process of doing our plan. I've never done this route before. It's going to be interesting. See, that's the thing. It's like, for the show, I'm actually glad it's something interesting, rather than just being the one best way or whatever. I do have one video on the channel that features me doing the one best way, and that was, I think, right before they did the patch, which I didn't realize was coming. And the one best way stopped being the one best way. Alright, so now we need to summon the Kasatka, which is our submarine, and we need to summon our little helicopter. Get back to the Kasatka, and we're going to start doing the missions it takes to do preparatory work for our
Preparatory.
big ol' heist.
We're gonna start getting our shit together so we can go rob people.
Yes, Akamura. Hi, Pavel. Yes, I know. Just hung up on Pavel, because all he said was crap I know already. If anyone ever wants to play this game with me, contact me on Discord, and we can do some Cayo Perico runs together. I keep offering that to Akamura as well, because, like, even if you start with nothing, you can still do this. You can join someone else's run of Cayo Perico, and you can earn enough money to get your own submarine in 2 runs, and the helicopter in a 3rd run, and then you basically have infinite money as long as you're willing to play.
No, my problem is I'm just shootered out.
Yes, and that is fair. Okay. So phase 1 of our preparatory work is to get the approach vehicle. Now, since I'm going to drop in by parachute. There's 6 different approach vehicles, but there's only one you can use if you're going to drop in by parachute. And that would be the Alkonost. And Jesus Christ, is this a pain in the ass of a prep mission. But we're going to do it anyway. So we have to go to the Air Force Base. Fort Zancudo. And we're going to do a little work in there. I'm not very good at this particular one. I've only done this prep mission once or twice, and I can never do it clean. There is a clean way to do it, and I'm terrible at it. So we're gonna go in hard, and there's gonna be a lot of shooting. And there was one time when I did 90% of it, and then I blew up the plane trying to get it back. It's a mess. The game says Pyro is streaming. Let's entertain the audience and annoy him. It's 100% accurate, Raphael. Hundo P. For an online multiplayer game, devs wouldn't want to punish players that much if they suck at stealth. Yes, and in fact, there is a way that you can do Cayo Perico without any of the sneaking around horseshit. There are preparatory missions that will reduce the enemy's accuracy, that was the cutting powder, reduce the power of their weapons, reduce their armor, and then stop them from getting air support. If you do all of those missions and have 4 players, you can just shoot your way through the entire stage. I've never done that, and my playing partner at the time was better with stealth than shooty pews. So I've never just tried to smash and grab my way through Cayo Perico. But it is a reasonable strategy if you are good. I am not that good. Okay, so we are here in the Air Force Base. Now I have to remember where the hell the target is. Usually it's this way. Could be in that hangar. I see the dot. Usually the... Oh, I guess it is this hangar. Really? Yeah, so there's a way to shut off the lights, and then you can go in and have a much easier time. I'm not even going to bother with that shit. I'm just going to jump in, because I'm not good at it. So we're just going to run in. Well, provided I'm on the correct side of the fence. We're going to run in, and we're just going to shoot everyone we see and steal the plane. Yeah, oh god, oh god, oh god. This is fine, this is fine, this is fine, everything's fine. I'm a good pilot, shut up. Okay.
That could have gone better.
Okay. Okay. We're fine. Everything's fine. Alright. Let's do some work, little Pyro. There's finite enemies here, but man, they surround you and they're everywhere. And I think...
Krobeek says this is the appropriate way to use a helicopter.
I think once you take out anybody, they all start to shoot at you. There's a few times in GTA where the stealth is unfair because it is not a stealth game. So it's like, if you drop anybody, they all know immediately where you are, which is unfortunate. The laptop is usually... Well, fuck it. I'm just gonna... Because, I mean, I have a silenced weapon. Yep, that just... Yep, they all know where I am now. Okay, well, that's fine. Ow. 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 These guys take a lot of rounds because of their body armor. Come on, I see you. Pop your head around. Thank you. Anyway, finite enemies, so... all I have to do is shoot my way through all these guys. Definitely not my best work here. Definitely not my best work. Is that everybody? I mean, clearly not, but... Okay, that's most of them. Usually I don't do this on one life bar, so things are going a little bit better than usual. Okay. That's the plane I need. I just need to get over there. Oh, I just got hit. So annoying. Ah! Just let me steal your multi-billion-dollar plane, sir. Without any of the... Did you just call me a pussy? I can't...
Fuck that guy.
I can take a pounding, I'll tell you. Ow. That was my entire shoulder blade. I do not know where those shots are coming from. Oh, there he is. Hi, buddy. Let's see. How the fuck do I get down? Oh my god, man. Like I said, I'm not good at this particular setup mission since I've only done it a couple times. Okay. Every time you see me doing that, I'm healing myself, by the way. Good camera angle. Thank you, camera angle. Jeez. Okay. Sniper rifle. With exploding rounds. Very helpful. Except it didn't take him out. Holy crap, that's some good body armor. Alright, I think it's clear now. Or not. Now it is. Okay, now we just have to find a laptop that opens up the door so we can get the plane out of here. And this is apparently as fast as little Pyro runs when he's inside and on concrete, which is a little obnoxious, but whatever. If I was a laptop, where would I be? Probably inside one of these rooms. This room does not have a laptop. You alright, Akamura?
Yeah, I'm hurting.
You look like you're falling asleep, too.
Trying not to. I'm hurting too much to fall asleep.
You're hurting too much? But you did say you felt better compared to yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I am just full of cherry holes right now. Cherry... full of holes that are leaking raspberry jam. Just full of them.
And this is what happens when you take your canning collection with you.
Yes. Where's the flippin' laptop? Good God. Yep. Okay, little Pyro. That's... Oh, there we go. Okay, laptop. Boop. Boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. Open the doors. Now we just need to get the plane safely back to the main airport without being shot down by the Air Force. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. Apparently you can buy one of these planes yourself, but they're a little unwieldy. And, yeah, I'm being chased, but apparently I'm only being chased on the ground. I did learn the hard way that if you fly too far away from the island or too high, then your aircraft just immediately explodes. So we have to stay kinda close to the city. But we can just book it. Yeah, right now I have to lose the cops. Okay, we're also going to despawn our Sparrow, the helicopter, which resets its health, and it'll allow me to call it again after we land this plane. So, everything's fine. Yeah. Yes, the laptop was on the workbench. My question is, why is the laptop the only thing that actually opens the hangar doors? You would think there'd be some sort of manual override, but I don't know. Also, Akamura shouted an answer to me from the bathroom, and I can't hear her. What'd you say? It's the only thing the character recognizes. Little Pyro isn't very smart. I will grant you that. He, I mean, if he was smart, he wouldn't be doing any of this. He'd be stealing money legally as, like, a hedge fund manager. Alright. Whenever I fly in GTA, I always take it more seriously than I need to. Because I'm a Microsoft Flight Simulator player. But here we are. Alright, let's... Yep, we're coming in nice and smooth. Should be fine. Yes, I'm doing the final stage of the operation alone, Pavel, as I always do now. Are we on the ground? We are on the ground. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi, Akamura.
There's a whole mechanical way to open the hangar. It's just you don't know how to do it because you're a little zillennial. Uh-oh. Kind of overshot the hangar, but I believe the plane can back up. Yes. That doesn't make a ton of sense, but it's fine. Little Pyro doesn't have the security clearance to open the hangar.
Stop. Holy fuck, man. In real life, jets do have reverse thrust, but they're generally not able to do that. But it's fine. Everything here is fine. Let's not hit that. Oh, God.
Be careful when parallel parking your plane.
Yes, exactly. Jeez, man. I hate this setup mission. There we go. Okay, we're good now. Setup 1 complete. Okay, now we need to summon the sub again. And summon the Sparrow. Oh my god, and now I have to defend a business? I don't want to defend the business. Alright, fine. We'll go defend my business.
Bad news. Your weapons have been taken from the bunker.
Okay.
Took them in a truck. Location coming to your GPS. Get over there and try to deal with this.
Yep, on my way. So, you have businesses in the game.
Reviewing CCTV footage. Looks like they've got a bomb on the truck that'll go off if anyone moves it. These guys are good. You gotta disable the device before recovering the goods.
Okay, I've never had to recover from my weapons facility before, so got it. Don't use explosive weapons and don't move the truck. I was gonna just rain rocket fire down on everything, but that's clearly not a good idea. This is a distraction that has nothing to do with Cayo Perico, but I'm going to rescue my business anyway because it's what I do.
It is hard work being an arms dealer.
It really is. Hey, buddy. Bap.
Oh. None of you even knew I did that. Okay, good deal. I really want to use an explosive weapon, but... Did you guys try to take cover at a spot that was easily within my view? Because that wasn't very smart of you. Also, one of them just told me to drop my gun, which, he doesn't understand what's happening here. I hear one more of you. I don't know where you are, but I hear one more of you. Well, whatever. I don't see him, so we're gonna... Oh! Jeez. Fucking... Okay. Anyway. Gonna go defuse the bomb now. This is one thing I don't like about GTA Online, that they only have a few of these little mini-games for like... What the f... What, more of you just spawned in now that I defused one bomb? Okay. That's fine. This is a shooty pew game. I'm not expecting realism. There are only so many mini-games and that kind of thing. For a gamer who likes having variety, it's a bit annoying and repetitive sometimes, but that's what you get with GTA Online. And also why I always cut my GTA Online fun with other games.
I'm a fucking Marine.
Where are you? Where the fuck are... You know what? I don't even care.
Cocksucker.
I do not care where that guy is. We're gonna just get back to work. Another boop minigame. This is a find the number sequence. There it is. Boop. Got it. Okay. And now more dudes. Of course. Another nice thing about having someone help you is you can have a player cover you while you're doing this nonsense. Okay. Everyone else seems to be leaving me alone. Let's do the third one. Boop. 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 Ow. Stop shooting me in the foot.
On the roof.
There's someone on the roof.
Yep.
Nice. There's some Akamura sniper eyes.
Mind you, I saw that with a huge glare from the window.
You did.
Even personal illness cannot keep me down.
Okay, we're just gonna go now. I don't... Oh, there you are. No, never mind. I was gonna try to jump out and shoot him, but he's in a precarious spot for me. Luckily, I can shoot through the truck like that. Okay, time to go. We'll probably be shot at and chased as we go, but this truck will have some defense, so I should be able to just go. Come on, open the gate. Thank you. And we are going to despawn our Sparrow once again. That way we can grab it later. Okay. Now we're just going to have a nice leisurely country drive to our bunker where we manufacture these weapons. Part of the reason they were stolen is these businesses that you run do not give you as much money as running Cayo Perico. There is general advice on Grand Theft Auto Online forums that when it comes to businesses, you should just not even bother with them, because for efficiency's sake, there's no reason to do this. Like, why bother keeping a stock that can be stolen, and then I have to go out of my way to defend it, when it's better to just not even bother having supplies, and you just run Cayo Perico 1,000 times to get infinite money.
My counter-argument is the entire point of the game, Grand Theft Auto Online, is to do things that are interesting and fun as you build a criminal empire. So, I keep my businesses anyway, even though I don't really do much. Okay. Could you stop with the shooty pews, please? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and assume he's not gonna be able to. Oh my god, dude! Just leave me alone! Oh my god! Jesus Christ, it's like I can't even have a nice leisurely country drive anymore. Need to get these cars out of the way. Oh my god! Alright, look. Had enough of you jerks. Holy crap! Okay, can I take my supplies back to my business, please? Oh god, here comes another one. My god, it's like Los Santos can't even be a peaceful place to drive anymore. Alright, excuse me, sir. Gonna just go ahead and drive through these stoplights literally and figuratively. Alright. If I can just take out the driver, then this will be much easier to deal with. There we go. Driver down. Okay, now we can just go. Holy crap!
You'd think after losing all those resources a few times, they'd stop trying to rob you.
Yes. Ledge says, get over $1 million a day for nightclub deliveries. Yes, nightclub is one of the best businesses, since it builds up supplies without you doing anything, and I don't think it gets robbed? I mean, maybe it does. Dude, frickin'... There we go. There we go. Ugh. Why did the GPS make me want to turn down this little road? That made no sense. I shouldn't have even looked at the GPS. Well, whatever. Okay. Nope. You jerks need to stay away from... Oh, I missed my turn. Son of a bitch. Alright, we're gonna back up. Wow, he was very kind getting out of his car and giving me an open shot. Okay, excuse me, traffic. I didn't say I didn't need one, Ledge, just I'm used to not having one. It's okay. I actually want to relocate my bunker. It's not in a place that I prefer anymore. Our bunker is...
Mostly because it keeps getting robbed.
Out here in the middle of this little farmhouse. It used to be located off the highway, but then I moved a bunch of other businesses. So I moved this one closer to the other businesses, and now it's in a less convenient spot because I've removed the other businesses. I have spent so much money in GTA Online just moving my businesses around that, okay, it seems like they've stopped the pursuit, which is good. Oh god, please don't crash now me. There we go. Everything is fine. Okay. Putting our truck in the bunker now. What a pain in the ass. That just delayed everything by about 15 minutes. Okay. Let's get out of here. We were playing Mud Runners. Have I done that for the show yet? I can't remember now if I actually played it for the show or if I just streamed it for funsies. Okay, so once again, we summon the Kasatka. We summon the Sparrow. We'll fly out to the Kasatka and do setup number 2. An hour and 15 minutes into the stream. Fuck me. Holy crap. You know, I guess in theory, if I really wanted to be super efficient with this, I would have sold all of my business's crap before the stream, and that way we would have guaranteed not to be interrupted with this horse shit. But here we are.
Yeah, it's fine. You're a busy man.
I am a busy man, running this criminal empire by myself. It's a little exhausting. But it's okay. I am going to at least show off the motorcycle club itself to Crowbeak before we end the stream. I'm already seeing I'm not going to have time for very many activities unless I want to turn this into a 3 or 4 hour stream, which I guess I could, but I'm reading the room, and it's not, again, knowing that this is not my usual thing. I know my usual audience is not going to care that much for GTA Online.
And we need to get our groceries.
We do need to get our groceries, yes. But those will be delivered at 8, you said? 6 to 8?
6 to 8, yep.
So, it is what it is. Okay. Full of wounds. All right.
Just stuffed full of them.
Setup number 2. Finally. Okay, is the video choppy? Because I'm getting a lot of choppiness here. Okay, now I'm getting less choppiness. I don't know what's... Okay. I think we're fine. Are we fine? I don't know if things are fine.
I touched some things and accidentally almost sent a super chat. Oops.
Okay. My streaming software is having a fit, but I think we're alright. Okay, wait, why oh, right, okay, so setup mission number 2, we got the plane, but now we need the pilot of the Alkonost, because since I am, parachuting from it, I can't be flying it, obviously. So, it got choppy, I refreshed, it was fine. Okay, thank goodness. Something... You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna try to change a setting on my computer real quick. Give me a hot minute, because this is probably gonna mess everything up. Gonna turn that on, and then we're gonna turn those off, and we're gonna minimize this, and we're gonna minimize that. Close that. Okay, now... Oh God. Don't crash! I'll kill you. Okay, we should be alright now. Okay. Anyway, now we're gonna go get the pilot for our, That's fine. Clipping through the sub is fine. We're gonna go get our pilot so he can handle the Alkonost while we parachute off of it. And... yeah. Should be alright. This is definitely the long way to do Cayo Perico. Alright. I actually don't even remember the pilot mission here. I knew we had to fetch him, I just don't remember what I have to do exactly. Yes, we will get a serious pilot, Pavel. I love Pavel. He could be taken as a stereotype, like a stereotyped Russian, but it's all jokes, man. And he's so clearly, like, not... I mean, it's like he is clearly an American doing a Russian accent, and not even attempting to do a good Russian accent. What am I doing? Yes, I'm here. There's enemies. I don't want to just carpet bomb the place because I don't remember what I need to do. Oh, I think I need to get that plane. Yeah, so I need to... I can't just, like, lay down a bunch of rocket fire because this is going to take a little bit more precision. Come on, pop out. And this is why using rifles at close range is not always the best idea. Okay. Now we have to take that plane. So I need to move these vehicles out of the way. And I don't know where I'm taking this plane to. It has been a minute. We're going to, as always, despawn our helicopter. Yeah, great. Where am I going with this? I've got helicopters chasing me. Deliver the Western Rogue to the drop-off. Okay. Oh my god, it's so twitchy. Alright. Yeah, I've got some helicopters chasing me, but I'm going to be faster than they are. Oh, the drop-off is just this airport? Well, shit, man. That's easy. There we go. Done. Never mind that was basically the worst landing in human history. It's fine. Okay. Oh, so I returned the pilot's plane, and now that's a favor from him. And the pilot is so happy that he's going to... Okay, great. Well, I can't call my helicopter for another minute of real time. So rather than just stand there staring at the screen for literally 1 minute, I'm just going to hijack this plane real quick and then fly back to the Kasatka. Because that's how a true professional does it. We just take whatever tool is available to us to do the objective. So that is what we are doing. Hard left turn. Go, go, go. I really wish I had gotten my last Cayo Perico attempt on camera. And honestly, maybe I'll do this more for Twitch, because I have continued to want to use my Twitch channel for other projects that have nothing to do with Monster Rancher or Evil Genius. And GTA Online and SnowRunner are the two that I should use that for. Oh, hey, Nightbot's talking again. This is great. So, Nightbot has been glitchy as hell, but I think I figured out why, and I've reestablished connection. And so, need to open a door? Airplane, exactly. So, Nightbot should be functional again, so this is great. So, we're gonna... Yeah, this is the easy way to get back to your submarine. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. Nice, pleasing... I love the water effect in this game. Like, it looks exactly like the Pacific Ocean did when I was over it. It makes me happy. This game is so old, too. Like, GTA, I mean, it's had a little bit of a boost, a little bit of an improvement over the years, but this is an Xbox 360 and PS3 game. It's 2 generations old now, and it still looks pretty okay to me. I mean, it's not going to win any graphical awards if you compare it to crap that comes out this year, but that's not the point. It's still pleasing. Alright, next part of the setup mission is to get the equipment we need to do our work on the island. We don't need demolition charges, even though it says it's mandatory, it is not mandatory, but we do need the plasma cutter, the fingerprint cloner, and the cutting torch. So we'll start with the top one, the plasma cutter. This is where the missions get samey, since you have to do this all the time, but that's okay, these are always quick. So we're going to fast travel over to Vespucci Beach, so we're nice and close. Do a little bit of work. Hopefully y'all are enjoying this, even though it is not my usual thing. I'm watching view counts and all that, and they are much worse than they usually are. And that's fine. Sometimes I do games for the audience, sometimes I do games for me. And this one is for me. So I need to get paid, man. Since those jerks broke into my storage unit last week, I just, you know, we gotta show them how it's done properly. Alright, so to get the plasma cutter, we have to steal it from another crew. That crew is never in their safe house. They're always doing a crime elsewhere. But we have to go to their safe house, which is in one of 3 random locations, I believe. And then find where they're operating from, which is also in one of 3 random locations. And then blow them all up, steal the plasma cutter, and return it to the Kosatka. There's a Russian guy I follow named PvP Cat on YouTube. He is like the best tutorial guy for GTA, although he has not updated his Cayo Perico tutorial since they did the big patch that removed the one best way. But he's great. He mentioned what Kosatka means, but I don't remember it. It is a Russian word, however. Akamura house flipper when? Yes, we talked about that too. Akamura is very ill right now. I was even trying to convince her not to do the show today, but she wanted to try. Right now she is sick, that's why she's not speaking. She is unable to speak at the moment. But that is going to happen sooner than later, because House Flipper is a hot game anyway. And she's very good at it. No one wants to see me play House Flipper, because my houses in House Flipper are very boring and ordinary and plain and stripped down. They're not pretty to look at, but they're ultra efficient. And I don't mean that as a efficiency kitchen kind of thing or efficiency apartment kind of thing. I mean, it's just, I make boxes that have things in them. And they're not good to look at. But we will have Akamura do some House Flipper in the future, I promise. Our biggest problem, as it always is she works night shifts, and it really causes us problems to do the show. Even when she's healthy, it's never good with her working hours to try to do an afternoon show. So it's never good. Okay, so the enemy crew is there, so we're just gonna carpet bomb them. And we're gonna try to land, and then this is always annoying because there's 10 vehicles that will spawn, and in theory you could quickly just grab the thing and then fly away, but sometimes it's better to take the dudes out so they don't bother you so much. Okay, got the plasma cutter. Now we have to get out of here.
Okay. Well, that guy's just driving away, so I'll just ignore him. Yeah, he's going around the block. He didn't want he didn't want anything to do with the psychopath with the rifle and the helicopter, so I don't blame him. Alright, we're gonna just zip back to the Kasatka, and that'll be another mission complete. Yeah, poor Akamura. She is back on the couch, but she's not doing well. And hello, Sacred Rain Shadows. Thank you for joining the stream. I think my best guess is that she's got food poisoning because she has not eaten very much good stuff lately. And she mentioned she had a chicken sandwich from her Bergie mines that was under a heater that's glitching. So she may have eaten some undercooked chicken and or undercooked beef. Yes, I turned you off for a second. And I'm not sick, so either she's pregnant or she's got food poisoning. Because unless she's got a flu that my body is just completely defended against. It's one of the three. Alright, Akamura, your mic is back on.
Hello.
And we are now going after the Fingerprint cloner.
I think the problem I have right now is just I've got some inflammation in my bowels. And I think I've been taxing it too much.
Yes, we both eat like garbage, but Akamura even more so.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yes. Because, like, I eat like garbage and I feel shame. But Akamura is just, like, garbage is just sort of her default. I am not trying to be mean, because I was like that, when I was younger, too. Like, I ate fast food all the time. But it's partly from being older, partly from knowing how I feel eating garbage, and I just can't do it anymore. That doesn't mean I never do, but it's like I would rather make my own burgies than getting them from McDonald's because of the way McDonald's cooks them. But I also like rice and vegetables, and I don't want my entire diet to be fast food. I think your years are catching up to you, Akamura.
They might be.
You're not in your 20s anymore.
I don't know if I
so-
properly voiced, like... I think it was actually the potatoes I ate at work that messed me up, and then coming home and eating more potatoes was just like, nope, we're gonna seal everything up.
Yep. Yes, it could be the potatoes, too. I forget why you thought it was the potatoes.
The potatoes are less securely stored than the meat. Like,
That's
the
a
meat,
problem.
because that one side is glitching, we moved everything to the other side. And I know that's not, like, a solid solution, but...
Yep. So with this, to get the Fingerprint cloner, it's a 2-phase mission, and the first phase is to go into a warehouse. You can shut down these cameras that are right here at the door to make things easier on you when you go inside. I prefer the absolute chaos method when I do this, and the way the absolute chaos method works is you walk in here, you huck a bomb at the wall, or a Molotov cocktail. Hold on, let me get my sticky bombs. You throw a sticky bomb at the wall, you throw a sticky bomb at the wall, and then you do this. And that quickly clears the room. The problem is now you will generally set yourself on fire, but, you know, I am PyroFalkon for a reason. How did you survive, sir? Well, fucking fine. Hold on. Wait. Here, have a sticky bomb to the face. Alright. Dude! Stop
living!
Yeah, stop surviving with the sticky bombs and the shit that are going off next to you. Alright, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Done. Okay. God, who put all this fire here?
I think
Okay.
Phase 1 complete. Now we just need to go to the archive, which is, again, in one of 3 random places. And this one we are going to sneak into, because if we don't sneak into it, then it's just an obnoxious amount of enemies who will come
Chaos
chase
the
you
whole
after
way
you're
down.
done. Huh?
Chaos the whole way down.
Yes. It's so funny, like, in some cases it is more efficient to just go in guns blazing, and in other cases it is more efficient to sneak around and be cautious and quiet. It all depends on the specific mission and the specific layout of what you're doing. So we're gonna just zip on over here.
I think the problem I'm having right now is I'm drinking this 7-Up.
Okay.
And I was doing fine throughout the day, but I think the 7-Up was just a little too much for my tum-tum to handle.
Yeah, I mean, the carbonation should be good for you, but the sugar content probably is not. So it's...
Well, I mean, ironically, Coke is the best thing for me to be drinking, because that...
Oh. Oh, but we're out of Cokes.
Yep.
Okay, cameras are out, so we can just go on in, and now there will be no enemies to bother us when we leave. So we are picking up the Fingerprint cloner. This will allow us to get into the primary location's inner office. And I don't remember how you're supposed to know the original guy's fingerprints. There was some story behind it. I don't remember. The first time you play Cayo Perico, it's a little more guided, and there's a little bit additional story and context as you do the objectives. But the general pacing and flow is still the same. It also takes a little longer, because Pavel wants to talk more about what's going on. Still fun, and you can still approach the mission however you want, but after the first play, things are a little bit more freeform. And as with everything, the more you play it, the faster you get at each phase of the mission. It might be psychosomatic, but now my stomach did a little flippy flop. But I also haven't eaten yet today. I need to get some lunch.
I was worried the smell would hit you, because it's kind of chemically.
It did. I just didn't want to mention it, but it did.
Yeah, that also might be why.
Yes. It's okay. Shockingly, when I do the show, there's a lot I can filter out, and I can just focus on the job. Alright, next I need the cutting torch. This will allow me to get into the places, the fenced-off areas that have our secondary targets.
You don't want to go for the bolt cutters?
No. Although the bolt cutters are a good option, you can't start the mission with them. And the only place I scouted for the bolt cutters are near the airport, the airstrip. So I could go back there and look for bolt cutters, but that will add time, because no matter where they are, that means we have to go get them. And I'm already not sure I can get in and out in 15 minutes. So it's not worth it. We'll just take the torch, and as long as we leave no witnesses near the spots where we're torching, then it's fine. Okay. So now, this is another area where you can go stealth or go hard. I actually prefer stealthing it here. What we have to do is we have to get a plasma cutter from this construction site that is guarded. So you can either just kill everyone and find it that way, or you can you can wear a disguise. Now, this is Little Pyro. Little Pyro is a very suspicious boy who would be shot at immediately if he walks into that construction site, because he clearly does not belong. And now, Little Pyro is basically invisible. You can see how much we've changed our appearance,
And as long as I move quickly,
So drastic.
this will be fine. So we just have to look for the plasma cutter. It's going to be in one of the tool boxes. Not that one. So we just need to keep moving fast. It's a blue item. There it is. And we have to grab it when no one's looking. Good deal. And now we just leave. And with that, no one saw us make the theft. And we're just going to go back to our helicopter in our wonderful, super invisible making disguise, and we're going to fly back to the Kasatka.
No one saw you do the thieving.
No one saw me do the thieving. Everything is fine. There's 3 construction sites. 2 of them are easier to deal with than the third. So if the plasma cutter winds up in one of the other 2, I usually just shoot my way through it instead of bothering with getting my disguise. Alright, another mission bit done. I love Pavel. He's very philosophical sometimes. There's one point, you'll get it randomly, where if you do the mission enough times, he'll basically say in kind of a resigned way that it is obviously his fate and his destiny to just keep robbing the same dude over and over and over again, because this is just, you know, this is just his life now, because he gets a cut of whatever you steal. And this is just his job now.
Just reminding you that you are a criminal.
I am a Kimnal. I am a Kimnal.
How
I actually
dare.
read that and didn't understand what he said until you said it out loud.
You're a criminal.
I am a
You're doing
Kimnal.
criminals.
Alright, next I need to get one of these 5 types of weapons. The Conspirator is the one I prefer. It's a pistol and a rifle. You can get other ones like the Aggressor, which is a submachine gun and a rifle with a machete. It doesn't matter. This is just whatever you're most comfortable with. I always get the Conspirator set. And now there's one of 2 mission types, each of which will have one of 3 locations. We're doing the Merryweather HQ one. This one, historically, people do not like playing this. They think it takes too long. I disagree. I don't think it's that long at all. There's even tips the PvP cat mentioned. Like, if you get this mission, here's how you can just cancel it and get something else instead. But it takes almost as long to cancel the mission as it does to run it. So, whatever. I just stomach it. Which is also part of his advice, too. He reached the same conclusion, that it takes almost as long to cancel it and re-roll your mission as it does to just do it and get it out of the way. And sometimes if you cancel it and re-roll it, it'll just re-roll to the same exact thing. So, what's the point? But the reason it bothers people is because you can't do it fast. And a lot of GTA players want things done as absolute quickly as possible. And I am more patient. Like my whole obsession with the 15-minute thing, I wouldn't care if it didn't give you a reward. But because it ups the value of the robbery by 10%, then there is an incentive to do it quickly. Whereas with this, what we have to do is follow that helicopter in our helicopter. And that's it. It's just that the enemy helicopter moves a little slowly. So, whatever. Like, to me, this is not a big deal. This one, there's not really a time limit on. So you just have a leisurely flight through the city of Los Santos. The real problem with this mission is that it glitches occasionally. Since the big patch that changed Cayo Perico, I've never had this mission glitch. So I don't know if they fixed it or if I've gotten lucky. But either way, it doesn't glitch for me very often, so I prefer just the gentle night flying. And it gives me a chance to talk to you all who are in the chat. Ledge says, people are too impatient and lazy.
Yes, and I would even argue Grand Theft Auto, by its nature, attracts that audience. Games like Final Fantasy Tactics, the audience for that is going to be way more patient and chill because that's the nature of the game. But GTA is all about fast cars, fast bullets, and fast and intense action. So I sort of get it, but GTA Online is trying to be something for everyone. And yes, I concur that, like, for something like this, it's not that big of a deal. And even this, I think this mission takes like 5 minutes. Like, that's what people are complaining about, a 5-minute window. Which I think is silly, but whatever. One thing they did patch here, it used to be that you could target the enemy plane, or enemy helicopter, and now you can't. And one of the old tips was, if you get this mission, just blow up the helicopter immediately, which fails your mission, and then you can go back to the Kasatka and reroll or something like that. Again, I'm not worrying about any of that. But that's why I think this mission has been patched a little bit, because they at least cared enough to make this helicopter untargetable, so they must have touched it. So I'm hoping that means they patched it a little too, but we'll see. I'm really eager for Grand Theft Auto 6 and the next phase of Grand Theft Auto Online because of that. I'm probably going to buy it for the PC instead of for the PlayStation 5, because that way I don't have to worry about paying also for PS Plus. Because even the developers at Rockstar mentioned that when Grand Theft Auto Online first came out, everything was geared around working with other players, and they've since realized, especially with the change of the gaming landscape, that people want solo content. So they've retooled Grand Theft Auto Online, where if you play in a public session, you generally will get more of a reward because they'll add bonuses, or it'll be easier to find other players to do certain joint things, or both. But you can at least play it solo, because when the game first came out, you couldn't. You could not play solo. It would not let you just manually go into a session where it was just you to do everything. It would ban you from doing certain things if you were playing solo. But now you can, and it makes me happy, because GTA Online has become what I have wanted it to be since it came out. Okay, we followed the helicopter. It's come to a plane that is guarded by a bunch of Air Force guys. We're just going to carpet bomb everything. Oh, it's not Air Force guys, it's Merryweather. So it's a private military company. By the way, all of these missions are doable without having a rocket-firing helicopter, but the rocket-firing helicopter makes everything easier. And I've worked my way to this point, because it used to be that all these missions would take me longer because I didn't have these shortcuts, and I had to fight on the ground and be a lot more cautious. But this is partly what all of your money gets you. The ability to do the missions even faster. Alright, so we are going to steal the weapons that I wanted. The weapons are in the plane. We're going to board the plane. We're going to shoot a couple guards. We're going to take the weapons. That was some terrible aim on my part. I am still doing terrible aim.
You drank the water when you were at Cayo Perico, didn't you?
Well, I did get a mouthful of water at one point, so... Oh, the one after I added the cutting powder. Yeah, probably. Maybe I got some of the cutting powder directly in my mouth. Alright, jump from the plane, land next to my helicopter, quickly get to the helicopter before those guards get to me. Hurry, little Pyro, hurry. Those guards are coming real quick. Yup, now they're shooting. Okay, time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. My helicopter has some hit points, but it is not invincible.
I should have used my shotgun. Actually, the one best way to play Cayo Perico before the patch featured the approach vehicle being a submarine, and which is basically like your Kasatka, but owned by Merryweather. And boy, fighting in a submarine using a shotgun makes that so much easier. Especially my shotgun, which has what's called Dragon's Breath ammo, which not only hits the target, but usually sets it on fire. And the guys who guard the submarine are in body armor, so setting them on fire erases that disadvantage, and they go down very quickly. It's super fun. This is why I need to play on Twitch more, man. The whole problem I have with Twitch is when I do the show, I feel like I need to be up. I don't do no commentary streams very often. And usually when I'm playing games for pleasure, I'm watching YouTube. So it's not very often when I just go on Twitch with GTAO or anything else and just chill. I want to do it more. I just can't seem to convince my brain that that's what it needs to do. As usually when I'm playing games for pleasure, I'm just kind of playing casually, resetting my brain, staying quiet, resting my voice, etc. But it's fine. Full auto shotgun with Dragon's Breath ammo tends to be a flamethrower. Yes, I agree. That ammo is expensive, so I don't use it in a full automatic shotgun. But I do have all the ingredients where I could do that. I just don't like spending the money on the bullets. Okay, we have done the absolute minimum in order to do the full finale. However, there is one more prep mission that I do now. Most people don't do this. Most guides will not recommend you do this. But if you play solo, I highly recommend this because it makes life so much easier for yourself. So you go to Disruption, and we are going to destroy their armor. We don't care about their weapons, and we don't care about their air support, because if I do everything properly, they will never know I'm there, so they won't shoot at me, and they won't have a reason to call in their aircraft. However, you cannot get out of it without shooting at a few jerks, so we absolutely need to take out their armor. And this mission only takes about 5 minutes, if that. So we're going to just zip on over to the warehouse and blow up all of their body armor. Nice night flying. Low night flying over the city of Los Santos. Wow, they've got their shipment of armor right next to my warehouse. What jerks. Okay, Yep. Now, this mission has a time limit, so I can't screw around too much, so I'm going to have to take a bit of a... Okay. You know, that actually wasn't bad that I got taken down because they didn't blow up my helicopter. That would have been a oh, shit, I'm down here? Oh, crap. Oh, shit, this actually is a problem. It's a problem because I am so far away from the target area. Okay. Usually when I do this mission, I have like 4 minutes to spare, so I should be fine. But, there we go. No, little Pyro, stay... Oh my god, with the bullets! How are you guys hitting me? Okay. Alright then.
Does anyone else have anything to say? Let's see. Okay, done. Heal up. Go over here. Where's the... What the... Oh. I don't need a freaking grenade. Alright, let's... Alright, more enemies in here as well, but we should be okay. Are you sure? It really seems like you should go to bed. Well, I know, but your health is more important than the show, Akamura. Okay. Alright, your mic's back on.
I was doing fine until Nisi decided that she was going to jump on the daybed. Hi, sweetie. I know. You didn't mean to.
Alright.
Kitties, man.
Damn it. Well, it's fine. I got all the armor bits in there, so now I just need to get back to my helicopter. Oh, hey, that was a quick and easy way out, apparently. Do I have a gun I prefer over others? Yes. The one I am using, which I believe is the Combat Rifle Mark II? It reminds me of a G36K, or a G36, I should say. Which was my favorite weapon in Rainbow Six 3. And just a weapon I like. And so that is the one I tend to use more than any other weapon in the game. It also apparently has really good stats, just balanced out. So...
Is there a sniper rifle with explosive rounds?
Yes, I have one.
Ever since I got one of those in Far Cry 3,
There
that
we
has
go,
been my
got it.
favorite lead gun in any shooter game, is just sniper rifle with explosive rounds.
Yes. The sniper rifle... Now, they balance it a little bit because most sniper rifles... Like... The sniper rifles that are semi-automatic, the ones that you can just fire, those do not have explosive rounds, or they don't allow you to zoom, or both. Yes, Special Carbine Mark II. Yes, that is the weapon I prefer. But anyway, so yes, there is a sniper rifle with explosive rounds that I use, but it has a small magazine and a slow rate of fire.
Yep,
That is
that's
how
expected.
it's balanced. Yep. But
Yep.
if you land your shot, or even get close with your shot, then the enemy goes splody-splode.
Yep, because your enemy explodes, it creates a moment of chaos, that gives you time to escape your nest and lay mines in your wake.
Yes. Yes.
Because I enjoy stealth builds,
It's-
stealth chaos builds.
It's also very helpful when you're fighting helicopters in this game because that takes a while to do. But if you have explosive rounds and a sniper rifle, then the problem goes away pretty quickly. Okay, time for the finale. So I'm going to re-voice this to myself. This is part of how I get through it, and I really should run to the bathroom real quick. So I guess we're on a 30-second intermission. I'm not going to bother switching to the other thing, to the background, but give me 30 seconds. Be right back.
30 seconds. What are we going to fill that time with, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see here. No, Lena, I cannot sleep. I'm not tired. I just am not feeling well. Broke my body. Now I have to lay here fixing it. Ledge says Pyro Bio. Yes. I'm actually a little bit worried about how much fluid I'm losing. But I just gotta replace it. Be careful. Welcome back.
You're a little bit worried about what?
How much fluid I've been losing. Just going as often as I have been.
Have you been drinking water?
No.
Well then. You need to replace that fluid, Akamura.
I know.
Okay, seems like we're still broadcasting and everything's okay. Alright, so we parachute in on the west side, grab the uniform, grab the truck, drive south to the primary mansion, get the primary, drive out, go east for the cocaine.
The what?
Shuggy. We drive
The
east for
what?
the Shuggy.
We're getting what?
Okay, if I want to get out in 15 minutes... I'm thinking of a third route. Because we could... The whole problem is driving all the way north to the airstrip and escaping via plane means that we also have to shut down the anti-aircraft defenses, and that will involve shooting 3 people, a camera, and hacking a switch box. Conversely, if we get the Shuggy, we get the cash, and we get the tea, then we can go to the main dock, and then we would only need to take out 3 dudes, take the boat, and leave. That would definitely get it done in under 15 minutes, but we would not be maximizing our income. So the question is, do I maximize my income to guarantee that I get out in 15 minutes?
Ledge asks if you can extract via water.
Yes, we can extract via water, but not from a location that's convenient relative to all of the different wait a minute. So we can't extract via water in a... No, because I wouldn't be able to get away with it. Never mind. I had a thought, but I don't think it would work.
You had a thought, but you followed it through.
Yeah, it's... So if we arrive by plane instead of by parachute, then I could shut down the air defenses before doing anything else, but then it would be a lot harder for me to even get the uniforms, let alone the truck, let alone anything else. So I still think the way I've got it planned is the right way. So we could swim away, but that would take longer than 15 minutes. So we parachute in, grab the uniform, grab the truck, drive to the mansion, get the primary, drive out, go east, grab the Shuggy, grab the nearby tea, then drive north to the airstrip, fill our bag with tea, shut down the air defenses, and then take a plane out. I think that's going to take longer than 15 minutes, but it would maximize the income. But it gives me a chance to do it in 15 minutes. So that is how we're going to have to do this. Okay, here we go. So
You got this.
purchase that. Heavy armor. We're going to do this on our own. Alright, approach vehicle is the Alkonost. Infiltration point is a halo jump. Compound entry point, we must select drainage tunnel, but we're not going to go in that way. Escape route is via the airstrip. Time of day will be night. We are going to use our conspirators with our suppressors. And I don't think anything else will be necessary, Because if we need anything else, then things have gone very sideways. Alright, little Pyro, you got this. It is time for the Cayo Perico heist.
Starting at 5:05.
Yep.
Well, starting whenever this cutscene.
Yep. Unfortunately, the timer's starting now, so I guess it starts as soon as, yeah, the cutscene's over. You got it, Pavel.
Captain speaking. We're arriving at our destination, where you'll find palm trees, clear blue waters, and a fully kitted private army.
Yeah, you got it. So, the other thing with the halo jump is if you're not good at the halo jump, if you don't know how to aim when you parachute down, then it will get to be a problem. And we have to get down there quickly. So I'm waiting a while before I jump, because even though I'm going to have some lateral movement, I'm not going to have a ton of it. So we need to get as close to the drop zone as I possibly can. So that should be good enough. Here we go.
Kick some ass.
Yeah, trying. I'm watching the map more than I'm watching anything else right now. Because we need as much lateral... Okay, that's as far as I can get. Alright. And so I'm aiming to land near the water tower. But I also can't hit it too hard or I'm going to die. So we're gonna... Yep, perfect. That's about exactly where I needed to be. So, first things first is get the guard uniform. Because that basically makes you invisible. Okay. Second thing is we need to get to our truck. It'll be faster to take the car. So we're taking the car. You know what? Maybe it'll be faster to get the Shuggy and the tea now. It probably will be, actually. Alright. We're gonna get the Shuggy and the tea now. I was spotted by security camera. Okay, well, stealth is off the table, and I'm about to die. So unfortunately, when you're spotted, there's really nothing for it, and you may as well just blow yourself up. So, at this point, I have two options where I can either do the mission anyway, and forfeit my 10% bonus, or cancel out completely and try again. I'm going to restart because, I'm going to just jump right back in. I'm going to forfeit my 10% bonus for the sake of the show. And so I can just get it done again. Because I can always just see whether I would have done it in 15 minutes or not. It's fine. Okay, Akamura, I guess start the stopwatch again if that's what you're doing.
Stopwatch. I did not have one going.
It's fine. I'm just curious how long this is going to take me.
Well, let me start one anyway.
Yeah, we can just add 30 seconds or so.
Yeah.
And now that I know I need to take that camera out, that's not a problem. I didn't realize it was the camera that was spotting me.
Almost at the party. Please remove your weapons from storage and prepare for entry.
But the most annoying part of the Halo jump is the waiting. But luckily, I am a very patient gamer.
Ledge says, don't forget the totally not drugs. Let's call it Moogle powder.
Yeah.
That's Shuggy.
Shuggy. Tea and Shuggy.
It's just some Shuggy. It's just some sweet, sweet Shuggy.
Now
for your
see,
nose.
if that had happened at the end, I probably would have tried to get through it. Alright, this time I'm going to wait a bit longer before I jump. I'm going to wait until the plane is like... Yeah, there. Okay.
See you on the other side.
Yeah, you got it.
This is actually a better place to drop down anyway. Because now I'm a little closer to the uniforms anyway. Go, little Pyro, go!
GPS trace acquired. I have your location. Once you are inside the compound, I will be able to see you on CCTV.
Okay, got the unis. So, although the unis make you invisible for a while, they don't make you permanently invisible, and that was the problem. I see that there's a camera overlooking the truck, and I ignored it because I didn't think it would trigger against me, but surprise. So, we need to take the camera out. If you take out 5 cameras, then they will immediately see you from then on. I've also got a dude looking at me. I'm not sure if he's the one who saw me, because I'm in his cone for a while. Nope, he did not care. Okay, good deal. Alright, so now we're going to go get the Shuggy and 1 batch of tea.
Tea is an expensive commodity.
It sure is, Akamura. Goes for about 100,000 a pound in this game.
Mm-hmm. Such expensive tea.
Alright, now, there's a guard up here who needs to be removed before I do what I'm about to do. So,
Ledge says Randy's being a jerk in this run.
whew, that was close. Okay. Randy is being a jerk in this run, for sure. I think I'm far enough away from everybody to do this. Uh-oh. Nope, nope, I was not far enough away. I had to take these 2 guys out. My God, man. I am having a bad time here. Yeah, I needed to take these 2 guys out. Not the guy who was in the back. So, I'm not sure what they're doing when that goes wrong. I'm not sure if they are hearing the torch or if they are seeing the torch. But either way, this is why the torch is bad. If you have bolt cutters, this does not happen. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure which it is. I've been trying to experiment with that over the years that I have done Cayo Perico, but I haven't quite figured out the solution, and I'm not fully sure about the radius of when you get spotted.
And let me know when.
Yep. And, it's when the camera goes behind the plane. There.
Start. On that one, you did about 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh, that's not bad. If I can do that much in 4 minutes, that's not bad. Okay. So, I think the play might be to just do the primary as I initially thought, because driving to the Shuggy and the T, like, those 2 guards are not there in the second phase of the fight, the heist. So, I'm basically adding risk for no reason. Especially since I've already lost the 15-minute, or the no death bonus.
The boners.
I may as well just do it the way I was planning and seeing how long it takes me. Because if I do this and it takes under 15 minutes, then at least it's theoretically possible. Which is part of what we are testing here. It gives me another route to consider if I have a bad roll, as I have. Sounds like we need to throw it into the Antarctic. What are we throwing into the Arctic?
The entire island?
I mean, I would not be against that.
Or the Shuggy?
Don't throw the Shuggy into the Arctic. How am I supposed to retrieve it then? That's
Ow.
fine. Little Pyro is made of some tough stuff. He is probably full of drugs and anger, really.
Don't forget the camera.
Yep. Okay, drive through that cone of vision, drive over here, stop real quick, hop out, grab the gun, go over here, get the camera out of here. I could make my life easier here, too. There we go. If you do it quickly enough, then you don't get spotted. And there is an art to doing it quickly enough, but that is what I have done. So, okay, so now we have the truck. Now we're going to drive to the mansion and do the primary. The primary is a checkpoint anyway, and if you die after getting the primary and then leaving the mansion, and then you restart, you will restart outside the mansion, so it makes things a little faster. Again, you would forfeit your bonus, but we've already forfeit our bonus, so who cares? Oh my god, drive faster. This truck is ass. I hate this truck, but it gives us an entry option. Okay. Pardon me, everybody. Okay. Drive in here, zip over here. We're going to do a honk. Now a little cutscene. I think this is still timed. So, even though we're in a cutscene, hi. It's me! I work here, never mind my massive black eye. And my squish titty. Cool, thanks,
Whatever,
bro.
you pop both your implants, you're symmetrical.
Okay, so now...
Perfect. Back on the inside. You know where the vault is, of course. Just remember, his personal bodyguards will not be fooled by your uniform.
I need to do this relatively quickly, or my timing is going to be thrown off.
You're in the area where Mr. Rubio's personal bodyguards operated. These men will know every
Hurry, 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 hurry. This, if you want it done in under 15 minutes, it requires some strict timing with the way the enemies move around. So that is what we are doing here. Okay, done. But you should only have to kill 2 of the guards to get into the main, and you will be safe. They still don't know that I am here, which is what we want. Now comes matching up fingerprints. So, this I am usually pretty good at. And I can usually get through all 4 in under 1 minute, which is the goal. Do. 2 done in... How's our time looking, Nakamura?
We've got 5 minutes. On the
I
clock.
have 5 minutes, or I've been going 5 minutes?
You've been going 5 minutes.
Okay. I was going to say, that... I didn't think it took me 10 minutes to get all the way over here.
5.5 minutes as a... now.
Okay. Boop, 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 and boop. Done. So I got all 4 hacks done in about 55 seconds. Exactly on time.
You have done it. Excellent. Now get into the elevator. Next up.
Go into the elevator.
Good. We made it again.
Okay, and that is another reason you need the cutting torch. Like, you have to have the cutting torch in order to get through that door, or you can have bolt cutters. Bolt cutters are still better, but requires you to scout them out first. The cool thing is if you have the plasma torch, and then you find bolt cutters, the game is smart enough to just use bolt cutters from then on. Like, this was programmed pretty well as far as... Little Pyro? Little Pyro, just walk through the door, buddy. I know you've had some concussions today, but you're fine. Jesus. Alright, now. Now comes a little bit of a tricky bit. Because we have to get back to the front. This is one of the worst takes I've ever had. Okay, I'm going to try something I haven't tried before. I got the key, so I can pop open this gate. I don't know if that dude even gives a shit, because his icon is white, so usually that means they don't care. Nope, he didn't care. Cool. Okay. Good. Okay, we just left the compound, and that is the checkpoint. What's our time up to?
7 minutes and 28 seconds.
I don't think I'll be able to do the rest of it in that amount of time then. So I should have done it another way. Doing the Halo drop makes it very hard to get everything done in 15 minutes because of the way the timing works on the Halo drop. We're gonna give this a go anyway. I'm very curious how long this route's gonna take me. And again, this is why I find the heist interesting, because it used to be that there was a one best way, and alternate routes just didn't matter. But now alternate routes matter, so if I know how long these routes take, it will help me plan in the future and know what's viable and what is not. There was one Halo drop I did successfully in under 15 minutes, but I had a more favorable set of circumstances than what I've got right now. Alright, what direction is this dude? There we go. Okay, burn the lock. Pretty sure that dude is far enough away. So the other thing is...
Shuggy.
Yep, I'm not sure if it's the noise of me looting... Oh shit, he's coming back. Hold on, let's not... See, I think it might be the noise of me looting that's getting their attention. Shit. This has never happened before, where Rubio's helicopter comes at me like that. Oh my god, this sequence has never happened as... Uh-oh. I think he spotted the body. Yep, he spotted the body. Alright, well, now we've got a problem. Yep, now we waste no time. I don't think I'm gonna get off the island in one piece now. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to think more about the path now.
You gotta protect your Shuggy.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, I can try, but there's gonna be a lot of bullets, and I don't...
You might even want to bail before you get the tea.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. I mean, I still am required to destroy the anti-aircraft defenses before I can leave. Like, there's no way around that. I must do it. And so... I mean, you can see all the bullets that are flying through. And this is with them having reduced accuracy. So, this is just bad. This is a bad time. And I'd have to reduce the air defenses before... or with that helicopter still attacking me. So it's just... This is a bad time. But we're gonna try. That could have been done smoother. Oh, shit, man. Because Rubio up there, I don't think can be taken down. No matter what you do. And they have infinite helicopters otherwise. Oh, I can burn the lock? Or have to burn the lock? Okay, well, we'll just casually do this under gunfire. It's fine.
Just
What are you
casually
doing? Kill him!
Yeah.
He's in the thing.
just casually doing some shooting here. Oh, overloaded. So that means that must be there. This must be there. This must be there. Okay, cool. Alright. I am fucking shocked I'm actually able to do this.
System is disabled. Looks like compound air defenses are separate. Those we cannot touch.
I didn't realize the cutting powder made that big of a difference in this, but here we are. Damn, man, I might actually have a chance to get all of the... Or I might be able to fill my bag. But you can see why smash and grab is a viable strategy. I mean, if you have 4 players doing this, who are all watching each other's backs full of armor and food and can just keep going, like, it is viable. Tap, 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 tap. Give me the tea, give me the tea, give me the tea, give me the tea. Tea, 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 tea,
Does
tea.
anybody have any tea they want to share? Any tea they want to spill?
Got a dude coming up behind me. Dude, pop out from around the corner. This is the worst run of KO that I have ever done. And yet I might actually survive it. Okay, finish up with T. So my total take is 1.1 million, although it's going to be less than that because everyone else is going to get a cut. Okay. Thank
There
you,
it
Pavel.
is.
All right, go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, I found the plane. Just shut up, Pavel. How's our time, Akamura?
14 minutes and 10 seconds.
Wow! That means it was definitely plausible for me to do it this way. So we might get out of here under 15. That's insane. Okay, full loot bag. Didn't fail a hack. Got out close to 15. And that's despite the fact that everything went sideways. And if it hadn't gone sideways, I would have been alright. That's interesting. I did not realize the cutting powder was so powerful, and that... Because if I had lowered their weapons too and came in with full healing items... Okay, time.
14:54.
Wow. I actually got out of there in under 15 minutes. Oh, that's amazing. That means that route does work. And I could have even done it on 1 life. That's shocking to me. 5.9 million overall on the island. That's a high amount. But my actual take was only 990,000. That is piss poor for Cayo Perico. That is very piss poor for Cayo Perico. But that is a proof of concept that my ridiculous path works. And now, in order to set up the Cayo Perico on hard mode, I have to be actively playing the game after 2 hours and 26 minutes so I can reset it. Time to complete says 14:26. So I bet you the game's clock doesn't count the cutscenes. So I still had over 30 seconds to spare. Oh, man, I wish I had known that... maybe I would have reset it. Well, that's okay. I got what I needed. I got nearly $1 million. Pyro just did a victory punch to nobody. And now that I have about $2 million in the bank, I can afford to upgrade one of my businesses. And it's good that I'm going there anyway, because that's for Crowbeak to see the MC. So we are going to...
Ledge says, I know it would be silly, but I wanted the hole you cut in the glass to be too small for the bottle to pass through, so it got stuck and you had to cut another.
That is pretty funny. Or would have been. Alexa, 2-hour, 20-minute timer. There we go. So, if we're going to the motorcycle club, we need to look like a motorcycle club guy. So, we're going to start our motorcycle club. We are going to change our clothing to my motorcycle club uniform, which is what was in the thumbnail, but that's definitely more a motorcycle club dude. We're going to call in our motorcycle, which is very handy because the motorcycle will be delivered, unlike other vehicles.
Since you're not under stress, I am gonna leave the E because it's starting to get bad again.
No problem. Yeah, we're in the downhill slope of this. I'm just gonna show off the motorcycle club, upgrade a business, and then that will be it for the day. But yes, this is my primary bike. You can pick any bike in the game to be your primary bike. It is the bike you have ridden more of, but it is a pain in the ass to change it, and it is because you can't do it manually. You cannot just point at a bike and say, this is my favorite bike. You have to actually ride the bike more than any other bike, and that becomes a problem when you're playing solo and you're booted after 15 minutes. But there are tricks. Either way, this is my primary bike, and the reason you have a primary bike is while you are riding it, your health is constantly regenerating, which is very nice. So we are going to drive to my motorcycle club, like so, and, yeah. My motorcycle club has about 7 bikes in it, and if I'm playing with someone, I am not using this one, because this motorcycle is all about speed. But you can also have your primary bike, say, the dirt bike, which is Akamura's favorite. It's slower top speed, but man, it will climb up a freaking vertical wall. There's also the most famous bike in GTAO is called the Oppressor Mark II, which is a motorcycle with a jet engine strapped to it and little tiny wings. When you use it properly, you can just fly. Not very fast, but you can fly on this motorcycle. But I prefer Japanese crotch rockets and dirt bikes personally, and that is what most of my collection is full of. No, Lena is wishing you well. I am wishing you well too. You said you were feeling better, right? Like the pain is less overall from yesterday? Okay. Yeah, well, you should still at least have water, because you're dehydrating yourself every time you get sick. You need to replace the fluid. Okay. My gosh. Oh, come on. It's okay. This is why I like being me, that I don't have those hang-ups, so I can just drink straight from the tap kind of thing. Couldn't you technically cheese the primary bike to be your only bike? In theory, if from the very start of the game you only ride one motorcycle, then yes. However, doing missions may give you the chance to get on a... Like there in Cayo Perico, at the end of the... thing, when I left the mansion, I was on a bike, and that counts as switching a bike and adding to the amount of time you've driven it. So, you have to be a little cautious. Okay, so we're gonna just roll into our motorcycle club. I have spent a reasonable amount of money making this place look half decent, because that's all you ever make it look, is half decent. But here's our motorcycle club with our jukebox over there. This is the front door. We have boxes of driver's licenses and passports in case you need a little assistance with that.
Got a couple dudes hanging out, drinking. Biker chick parking only, all others will be shot. That's nice and accurate. Got some nice nice wall decor here. This is our main bartender, who I'm sure by no coincidence looks awfully similar to Gemma from Sons of Anarchy, who that was her character in that. So you can get a drink. You can also resupply the bar. That gets you some passive income. The workshop over here allows you to change out motorcycle parts and repaint them and everything. And there's even a business, which I can run now. So someone left this bike here for us to mess with. This is part of your passive income. So this person wants this motorcycle to be kind of futzed with. So we're going to service it. Okay, they want Shadow Silver as the color. Okay. They want, oops. They want transmission to be switched to straight transmission. They want engine tune EMS upgrade 1, and they want turbo. Okay. They want the fuel tank to look like a track tank. They want the exhaust to look like aftermarket exhaust. They want the front mudguard to be the track fender. They want new wheels. They want stiletto wheels. There we go. Okay, so this is what they wanted their bike to look like. So that cost me $10,000 to do. And now I deliver it to them. And if I deliver it to them without a scratch, I get paid 50 grand. So that would be a 40 grand profit. Not bad for just a few minutes of work. If it has scratches on it, then my reward, my payment is lowered. So this is also where precision driving and caution is very important. Two things I am good at unless I am doing the show. What is that, Akamura? Oh, bushes don't count, thankfully. So what I like about GTA is the drivers are reacting to you. So when you're going down the highway, any given driver may change lanes without warning or may brake check you just for funsies to see if you are being as accurate as you, or if you're paying attention as much as you should be. So far, so good. Payment there is in the bottom right corner. We're at maximum cash, so it's all good. What seems ridiculous to you, Lakebane? I mean, I saw that you typed that comment when we were talking about what your favorite bike is. But yes, I agree with you that the way the favorite bike system works is ridiculous. I think you should manually be able to pick it and then say not be able to change it for a week, a real-time week. Because that would stop people from exploiting it mission to mission without having you to go through a bunch of horse shit in order to change what your favorite bike is. Like, for example, in order to do my favorite bike, to switch my favorite bike to what it currently is, I had to leave the game on overnight, and I think I ran the game 36 hours of real time with my character sitting on it. So now if I wanted to switch the bike again, I would have to have my character sit on a different bike with the same exploit and have the game running 37 hours, or really more, because I have ridden my favorite bike a lot since making the switch. So I think you should just be able to manually change it to whatever you want, and then not be able to change it again for a long period of time, a week in real time, or even 2 weeks in real time, because that would stop you from exploiting. But that would also allow you to, if there's a new bike design you like better, to make that switch without the horse shit. Even if you can't choose it, it should at least count bikes you own. That's a good idea too. That car just fell through the street. That's great. Oh, it's a $50,000 payment. She pays for the service cost. Okay, so I just got 50 grand. Excellent. Okay. So
we need to upgrade our business. Now, the other thing I have, this is a relatively recent patch, maybe within the last year, is if you have an arcade, which I do, as a front, you can buy a master control system which allows you to view and affect all of your businesses from one convenient location. That has very much been a thing this game needed for a long time. So okay. It's fine, everything's fine, I was under control. Oh god, it's so choppy. I'm like looking at the readout. I promise I'm playing this in 60 frames a second, but it does not look like it's being broadcast in 60 frames a second. I'm doing the best I can, folks. Alright, so we're gonna... Now, I mentioned in Final Fantasy Tactics? No, Princess Maker. That starts tomorrow. That I'm using the note system on Steam a lot, and Grand Theft Auto is no exception. I'm keeping track of how much everything costs. So, I have a whole... Let's see. I think that's being... Yeah. Oh, God. Even this is super choppy. I have a whole note with all my spending goals. So, I can spend $1.5 million to upgrade my rock candy factory, $1.2 million to upgrade my tea factory, $1.1 million to upgrade my paper factory, $750,000 for my other paper factory, and then $500,000 for my soda factory after I complete 10 more missions. Okay, whatever. So, if I remember right, the general consensus is Shuggy, Tea, and Rock Candy are the ones you should upgrade, and the other two you shouldn't, or maybe it's just Shuggy and Tea. But again, what's the point of playing Grand Theft Auto Online if you're not playing the game to have fun and enjoy yourself? So I'm going to upgrade my Rock Candy factory there for $1.4 million. OBS is chopping the preview to avoid chopping the stream. That is a thing it does, yes. And so that is possible. It is possible that it's a lot less choppy than I think it is. So we are going to do the... What did I just say? Oh yeah, Rock Candy. So Rock Candy, we're going to buy upgrades. We're going to spend $1.1 million on upgrading the equipment. And $350,000 upgrading the staff. And then we are going to purchase some supplies for the Rock Candy Factory. And there we go. So this screen is also telling me that the stock of our paper factories are capped out. So I'm going to run one of those missions just for fun. So let's go do this one. The greeting cards? I don't know. The government factory. That's it. We're gonna go run a mission for the government factory. What was that? I am manufacturing government. Yeah, it's the government assistance program. So we're gonna go do that one. So let's see. That is here. Oh, that's so far away. Okay. Now I could start the mission from the arcade. But the problem with doing that is the mission start point is still the business, and it's always timed. So if I don't go to the business to start it, then, boy, you don't have a lot of time to get back there and do the thing. Which is a problem. Now, one cool thing they did do in a recent patch also is if you are playing solo, they give you more time to do these missions. So it gives you a reason to go do them if you are just wanting to get some stuff done. But either way, I just saw an icon pop up that there's a, let's call him a pharmacist. A freelance street pharmacist is hanging out, and he will buy your Shuggy and your tea for decent amounts of money. I was looking at the map. Anyway. Yes, I understood you were meaning actual tea with your actual shuggy there, Crowbeak. Okay. Yeah, no, of course. I mean, why? What? Are you thinking I would change the name of certain things in order to get away from YouTube censorship? Of course not. Shuggy is shuggy, tea is tea, and the government assistance program is the government assistance program. It's fine. What else could it possibly mean? I'm a good boy. Anyway, we're gonna just zip on back over to the business. So this is where having people working for you is helpful, by the way. Crowbeak, I have not so subtly hinted that Crowbeak, if Crowbeak is ever interested in playing this game and getting into my motorcycle club, we can just pal around and do little missions or whatever, unless she's super bored by it. But my point is that, like, even if you're starting out and you have no money, as long as you have someone to play with, you will earn money fairly quickly. And I believe when you play motorcycle club missions, the non-hosts get 10% of the total take of the sale, I believe, which is not a lot, but it's a bonus. It's not like the host only gets 90%. The host still gets 100%, but the assistant, the assistants, the rest of the crew gets 10% also. So it behooves everybody to play in a crew because you are basically inventing money. And now with heists work different. Heists are, everyone gets cuts. But, like, for example, in Cayo Perico, you can walk out with more stuff if you have people. With the former member of the community who played with me all the time, we would usually get through Cayo Perico with about 2.4 million. So that was 1.2 million for each of us, even when the primary target was very low value. And so there is always a benefit to playing with others. But you don't have to. Does this game have a traditional MMO endgame? Nope, not at all. This is the game. It is definitely less an MMO and just more a game similar to Remnant or Dungeons, or even Dungeons has an endgame. But yeah, no, there is no endgame. This is a game to just mess around with and have a little bit of fun here and there and not take too seriously, in my opinion. There is no end game. The end game can be what you want it to be. Clothes, cars, planes, businesses, whatever. Because there are some nice cars, and there's, say, 50 car garages you can buy, so some people play the game to just try to buy every car in the game or something like that. Then it just becomes a grinding fest, which, good or bad, depending on your view. I just play it for fun, just to give myself a little bit of shooter fun. Okay, so we are going to sell our stock. We can sell $81,000 worth of stock if we take the short route, or $121,000 to take the long route. It used to be that doing the long route was basically impossible if you were playing solo. Now it's not that bad with the added time. So I'm going to do the long route, and if I fail, I fail. I don't care. I am just doing this for fun. Shut up. I don't care about your briefing. And now there's... What? And so now there are 4 vehicles that we have to drive, and if you're playing in a public server, all players are alerted that you're doing this, and they get credit for chasing you down and blowing you up. And this is why the game wasn't fun, because the Rockstar didn't balance the game as the years went on for a long time. So you were trying to just drive around in motorcycles, but other players would have literal jet fighters and orbital strikes to take you out, and you had no defense. It wasn't fun.
And that turned a lot of people off, and why a lot of people generally don't play the Motorcycle Club portion of the game anymore, because it's not efficient. It doesn't get you much money, and it takes a long time to do. But for me, and after they made the patches, now you can do this solo. You just don't get as much money for doing it solo, which is fun, or not even solo, but in a private session. And that's fine. I don't care, because I'm not playing this to grind up $1 billion to buy every car. I guess this is related to what we were just talking about, but I play Grand Theft Auto Online just to have a shooter and to just drive around the city a little bit. It will, of course, get boring after 500 hours, like just about any other game, and I'm not going to try to defend that, but I will say that I enjoy the game, and for what it is, I see it for what it is. It is a simple, action, mindless game to play when I don't feel like grinding away in Final Fantasy XIV or playing SnowRunner or anything else. But anyway, the point is, if I had a playing partner here, it would only be 2 trips each in order to deliver all these goods, instead of this being a potentially 45-minute endeavor, as the clock says in the bottom right. And being an online game, in theory, you cannot pause. So this is just going to be me driving around, because with this particular mission, I will not come under fire either. So then it becomes just a calculation of how efficient you want to be. But I actually like playing the game. I like playing any game, for that matter, as almost a role-playing game, not a full role-playing game. I'm not fully, like, walking around the city and, you know, living the life of a gangster or whatever. But my point is that, like, I like what I am doing now. I like driving peacefully, listening to the radio, putting on a YouTube video. This is a good accompaniment, because I don't really need to do all of that much fancy stuff in order to just drive some government document assistance paperwork from point A to point B. So it's all about what you want and how you make the game fun. And of course, the thing about GTA O is you don't have to do this. There are days where I just want to do one run of Cayo Perico and then stop. Or there are days where I just want to work on my car business and stop. There's now that they added bail bondsmen, that's really fun. I really like the bail bonds missions, and so sometimes I'll just do that and stop. Like, it doesn't matter. You can play the game how you want to play. If I have a partner, then, you know, what I do is make suggestions, because my former playing partner for this game didn't really want to run their businesses in the game. They played it just to hang out with me, and that's cool. So we could just pick whatever mission we felt like doing at that moment. But I will never try to argue that this game is deep, because it is not. And I will never try to argue that this game is going to overwork your brain, because it will not. But it's a fun little action game, and a fun little shooty game that I just wish was cross-platform. End review, I guess. So I suppose that will do it for today, unless you really want to see me make all these deliveries. I can't imagine that would be very interesting, especially since there's going to be no gunfire. I can read the room. If you all in the chat scream at me to finish this mission, I will. But especially for the sake of the archive, I kind of assume no one is going to be that interested in seeing this. But it was a good experiment. I see that Cayo Perico took me probably about 2.5 hours. Guys like PvP Cat are able to do Cayo Perico in about 1 hour, start to finish. Or at least they did back in the old days. Back when you didn't have to scout so much, back when you didn't have to form a plan, back when there was the one best way to do the mission. And now that there is no longer a one best way, it does take longer. And the game now has a cooldown where, like I said, if you play it solo, you cannot do it again for 2.5 hours. Okay.
get my Sparrow back. So that trip took me 6 minutes one way, but we'll fly back, and I have 4 deliveries. So if I can get the time down to 10 minutes of delivery, I will have plenty of time to get this done. You should definitely... Oh, yeah, I'm finishing the mission. I'm definitely finishing the mission. No question. I don't want all my supplies to go to waste. That's one high-risk thing with these kinds of missions where, like, if you start it and then don't finish it, or if you disconnect or whatever, then your supplies are lost. And you would have spent 75 grand in-game to get it, or you would have spent time to acquire the supplies. So that is actual time lost and money lost or whatever, but... the nice thing about it, though, is, like, the reason some of this stuff is slow is, for those who don't know, Rockstar sells what are called shark cards, and that is where you trade real money for virtual money. And they really want you to buy those, because Grand Theft Auto Online does not cost anything subscription-wise. Like, yes, you have to drop, I think it's about $20 now for Grand Theft Auto 5, which is also Grand Theft Auto Online, it's both. But after that cost, you pay nothing, unless you really want to buy a shark card. And so they make a lot of the money grinding a little bit annoying because they really want you to pay real money. And it's worked, because Grand Theft Auto 5 is now the single most valuable entertainment property that has ever existed, which is insane. Now, before someone yells at me about that, I believe it was Forbes who said it. It was definitely something that is credible. And they're not saying, like, a company. Like, obviously Disney is worth more than frickin' Grand Theft Auto 5. That's not what it's saying. But it's saying a single thing that was released. Grand Theft Auto 5 has made Rockstar more money than any other single thing, game, song, movie that has ever existed. Because it gets Rockstar, like, $1 billion or something a year. It's insane numbers. Why did you exit that side, little Pyro? Boy, you're weird. Okay, number 2. Let's go. And despawn hour. So that entire trip took me 8.5 minutes. Good deal. Yeah, so we are on our way. I was looking at that instead of the thing. Return. Done. Okay, there we go. Despawned the helicopter. But yeah, it's working, and yet I have not spent a single real-world dollar on this game except for the game itself. I've never had to buy a shark card. The beginning of it is a little rough when I went in without knowing anyone, and I had to grind my way to get the submarine and the helicopter to be able to do Cayo Perico. But once you're there, it's child's play to get all the money in the world. And then it's just shooty pews and drivey drives. And I am seeing now that the Akamura is doing a little better, which is good. That dude just brake checked me. Good thing I was driving illegally on the shoulder, sir. That way it didn't matter. The car prices in the game are ridiculous too, because again, Rockstar is trying to get you to pay real money. So a lot of the vehicles in the game have insanely inflated prices, but they have to do that in a way, or players who have been playing for a really long time can just buy everything immediately on day one and not have to worry about it. So, like, they recently added cop cars, including the very famous Crown Victoria, and a reasonable facsimile of a Crown Vic. But the Crown Vic in the game costs like $1.4 million, and that's before you upgrade it. The upgrades cost about another $300,000. So that was annoying, since in real life you could probably buy a Crown Vic
for 4 figures, maybe even 3 figures if it's a piece of garbage. So, but I went out of my way to get it because I like Crown Victorias. And I wanted to do the police missions. So I went ahead and did it, but it only took me 1.5 Cayo Perico runs, so it is what it is. I enjoy the game. But I will stop being defensive about it. Okay. I suppose Marumba, who has said that they'll watch me finish the mission, I will finish the mission. And come to think of it, if you don't want to watch the rest of this, you can leave. Which makes me sound like an asshole also, but I just mean that in a factual way. It's a nice thing about YouTube. You can always leave the show and watch it later or just not, and it's okay. With GTA, I never expected this one to blow up the view counts anyway, so I do not mind just hanging out with you all, because... So if I ever played a game like this on Twitch, this is what it would be. I would just be doing nice, calm things, chatting with you guys. We can talk about whatever. It's a very chill, low-effort, relaxing stream with a person who will not scream into the microphone for hours on end. With as choppy as this is, I wouldn't be able to do face cam with GTA, but that's okay. I can reserve face cam for Monster Rancher and Rune Factory. 2 games I also need to get back to. But as far as my objectives for this stream, I missed my turn, but it should not matter. For objectives for this stream, I did what I wanted to do. I did Cayo Perico. I did a route that I've never done before, which was not exactly a goal, but turned into a goal. And now I can look up how long that took me, and I can sort of keep that route in mind as well. Okay, Sparrow, please. I love the rain in the game, too. My favorite thing, as I've said many times, is when it rains in-game and in real life at the same time. It is currently not raining, but here in Ohio it's apparently going to rain in the next week, for the whole week, off and on, which will be exciting. There are cheat codes in GTA 5. There are many cheat codes. The way they are entered is you just pull up your phone, and then you just call a number. Like here, you can just call specific numbers and that adds a cheat. None of them work in GTA Online, of course, as they shouldn't. But in the main GTA 5, some of the cheats are weather cheats. And so you can just call in a thunderstorm or a hurricane whenever you damn well want to. Which I wish they worked in online private sessions. Because then if it was raining, I would just call in a perpetual thunderstorm and kind of enjoy my time in Los Santos, what with the thunder and lightning and such. Ooh, choppy. That's okay. Ugh, stomach pains. I'm having stomach pains now. I'm very hungry. But we have groceries coming, and once I finish this mission, I will hashtag PyroEat, I promise. 15 minutes off the time limit, 2 deliveries made already. We've got plenty of time to do this. Excuse me, gonna just park here in the street. It's fine, sir. You can keep driving. 5 miles away. This one will be a little bit longer of a trip. I should not be dicking around on that while driving, but it's fine. It's like texting while driving. Rainy weather is cozy. I fully agree with you. That's the perfect way to describe it. The only game that is not true in is Death Stranding, because when it's raining, that's because there are monsters around and it's making all your deliveries damaged. And that is not fun. But, well, I mean, it's challenging, so it's fun in a way. But, I definitely love games like games where you get to move around in an open world. So your Breath of the Wilds, your GTAs, Skyrim, like any of those games. I love it when it storms. Rain is great, but a storm is even better. And in Breath of the Wild, you get to weaponize storms. Just wear the hat that makes you invincible to lightning strikes, and then when you're about to get struck by lightning, just stand next to the enemy and watch the fun commence. I never did finish Tears of the Kingdom either. That is one I want to get back to. I got 3/4 of the way through it on my own, and then I started over. And my current run, I believe I have finished 1 dungeon, and I am very close to the second out of the 4, plus the end game. At least I finally beat Breath of the Wild earlier. Now, I can't remember if I finished Breath of the Wild this year or last year, but I finally finished it my way. I didn't complete it. I did not get all 999 Korok poops or whatever, but I beat Ganon, and I was happy. So now I need to dig my Switch out and play Tears of the Kingdom. Akamura is the one who stole my Switch. He commandeered it to play Theater Rhythm and I want to say Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town? And so my Switch isn't out here anymore. That's okay. The Switch is in the bedroom, nice and safe. Just with Akamura fingerprints all over it, and that's okay too. After the maddening stress that was the Cayo Perico run, that's another reason why I like continuing to play even when there are no stakes and when I'm just driving around, because it's a nice decompression. And I think the decompression aspect is another reason I tend to play the game a lot. Because, you know, after, say, a busy day at work where I'm having to constantly think at the tax office, I come home here and I can just play GTA and drive around, or play SnowRunner and drive around, and there's not much thinking to do. Cayo Perico is the most thinking you do in this game. And so if I'm not doing Cayo Perico, this GTA is actually shockingly relaxing. So it's just a fun time. Just a nice, relaxing time. Just as a reminder, if you are ever interested in playing GTA with me, I do have a Discord server. You can see a link in the video description for that Discord server, and Nightbot's been blathering about it all day. So join me. Hit me up, DM me, whatever. I don't need to be the host. I will be more than happy to help you in your own missions if you play this. But I am always looking for playing partners. And so we can rob Mr. Rubio of even more stuff. Open, please. Thank you. And 3 down, 1 to go. Call in my helicopter. Hey, thank you, Lakebane and Crowbeak, for telling Nightbot to get his head out of his ass. Wow, he got his head out of his ass twice. What a good boy. Glad we finally got Nightbot fixed. Got about 3/4 of the kingdom with 3/4 with Tears of the Kingdom as well. Side quest got me distracted, then Stardew Valley pulled me in. Why did you start Tears of the Kingdom over? So that is also related to the former member of the community here at PyroFalkon. I was mainly playing the game privately with that one member of the community watching and hanging out. So I tended to be influenced by, you know, what was interesting to both of us at the time we played it. So if we sort of agreed that we wanted to explore or do a dungeon, like we would do that thing. So I wasn't really going at purely my pace. And then that person left our community, and I didn't really play it out of some sadness. And then the Akamura borrowed the Switch for a while, and then I played Breath of the Kingdom to completion. So by the time that entire sequence of events happened, I had kind of forgotten where I was in Tears of the Kingdom. And also during my Breath of the Wild run, I found a new horse I wanted to keep. So I just decided to start over. That way the new horse would be transferred into the Tears of the Kingdom save, and then I could start over and go completely at my pace, and I wouldn't have to... I would not have the problem of forgetting everything I had done. Which, that specific thing, I pretty much have already forgotten everything I've done in Tears of the Kingdom, because now it's been about 6 months since I've played it, if not longer. But that's okay. I'm like I said, I'm pretty sure I did 1 dungeon, maybe 2. I'm about to do the Zora dungeon, maybe. But going at my own pace is nice. It's kind of why I tend to have a line between games I do for the show and games I do personally. Because games I do for the show, I want to always remember what I'm doing, and I go at a faster pace, or at least a different pace than I would if I was playing completely on my own or off camera, such as focusing on the story over side quests, that kind of thing. Or another good example would be, say, let's take Baldur's Gate 3. If I was playing that for the show, I would always focus on getting somewhere with the story. I would probably do no romance at all, just to keep things moving along, because I wouldn't want Baldur's Gate to take me, 400 episodes to do. So I would want to keep pushing myself to do it a certain way. Whereas the way I'm playing Baldur's Gate for myself is Karlek is waifu, and she becomes the priority at all times, and if I need to do a 70-hour quest to climb a mountain and get her favorite flowers, by God am I going to do it. So it just allows me to play exactly the way I want to play when I play on my own. Oh, and I get to play with nudity on. Can't do that on YouTube, but it is what it is. There's a reason why in GTA Online I'm staying far away from the strip club. Can't have that broadcast on YouTube. YouTube will punch me. Brian O'Connor, did all of this. Everyone's blood is on my hands. Do you see? Brian O'Connor, Fatal Evidence, Cursed Island. Fatal Evidence? What is that? We played Fatal... Oh, Fatal Evidence! Wasn't that the Seek and Find game? The observation game where there was a bunch of pictures and we had to find the objects in them, and it was translated unbelievably poorly. Was that what that's referring to? Wow, I'm so glad Nightbot is back with his quotes. Yes, if you ever want to get a quote, everyone can. You just hit !quote with no spaces or capitalization or anything, and it will pull a random Pyro quote out of the nearly 300 that we've collected. Yeah, anyway. So we are on our last delivery. We still have 20 minutes. Plenty of time. Unbelievably long amount of time. So this has been nice and relaxing. And even after I end the stream tonight, I'm going to continue to play this for a bit, because I want to ensure that the next time I play Cayo Perico, I can set it on hard mode. So I have to be playing it as of when my Echo's timer expires, just to make sure I get it set right. That, by the way, is of course optional if you ever play this for yourself. You do not need to play on hard mode. But hard mode adds 10% to the value of everything. And then if you manage to do all the elite challenges, it's another 10%, which is what I was going for today. And I just messed it up, but that's okay. If I get a luckier roll, with like the guard clothes and the climbing equipment and the truck all being right there at the airstrip, then I would have to try not to be done in only 15 minutes. One thing I will do, and another reason I'm glad I recorded this, I want to review the footage where I was spotted using the torch, the plasma torch, when I was burning the locks, because I want to see at what point I was actually spotted or heard. You can see it on the radar because the enemy's cones of vision expand really dramatically when they know you're around. So I want to see at what point they actually saw me. Because it could have been when they heard or saw the lock burn. It could have been when I opened the door. It could have been when I started stealing the loot. If I can see exactly what the trigger is, then that can help me plan for the future and for future runs. Because I still have millions of dollars that I want to get in the game. Many activities I have not done yet in Grand Theft Auto Online. And so there are many more runs of Cayo Perico in my future. Just try to plan to do them efficiently. Well, I guess we're taking the final government assistance documents over to the airport. That's probably fine. There's probably... Oh, God. There's probably nothing, No bad reasons for that. Nefarious, that's the word. No nefarious reasons for that. There we go. So that got me 121 grand. Not bad. Deposit that money real quick. And on top of all my other businesses... Oh, I don't actually have that money in my pocket. So I've got 668,000 in the bank. On top of my other businesses, I have hundreds of thousands just sitting in the safes. I've got plenty of cash, but still not exactly enough for everything. Oh, LJT, what? One of the businesses is under attack.
And that's it from LJT?
Oh, no, he's just saying we succeeded. Okay. So I upgraded the rock candy factory, right? So we can delete that. So you can see how much more money I need if I want to try to get everything I want in the game, and that's before they add more stuff. So there is plenty for me to do. But that will do it for today. Thank you all very much for watching. From the bottom of my heart, especially today, because this has been a very selfish stream, and I don't care. We'll probably do something that the audience generally likes better next week. An Evil Genius or a Monster Rancher or a Rune Factory or something. Kind of get back to business as normal. And unlike what has happened for the past few months, years, there is an episode tomorrow. I did 6 episodes of Princess Maker, and rather than wanting to split them differently, I'm just going to do a Sunday through Friday release schedule this week. So you will get to see all of that. And I just heard my groceries delivered, so I've got plenty going on now. Thank you all very much for watching again, and I will see you again next week for for another stream. Okay, should have queued up the intro sting first. Bye, everybody.